The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 303, being recorded on April the 19th, 2020. I am one of your hosts, Jesus, also known as Jesus Walks Out today. I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief. Welcome back to the podcast, Gunny. Welcome.
Good day, horrible people. Let's get this podcast on the road, baby. What's happening?
What's up, partner?
Howdy.
Howdy. And from Little Ohio, surviving the Rona, the Mayo.
What's up?
Welcome.
Oh, cough over here, surviving the Rona.
He's over there sniffling.
We got breaking news about the Mayo and the Rona, guys. But that'll be coming in at the news section in our coronavirus update this week. Anyways, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. You can also join our group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community, on Facebook. It is a close group. And you can find that group by finding our page, Horrible Gamers Podcast. You can like that page, leave a review there, all that good stuff. Share that with your friends. Also, you can support the show with the monies like our friends over at Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. I want to thank our friend Adam Sunday. Thank you, Adam. We love you. Also, Alan Maybe H, Bill Garner II, Brandon Willier, Brian Capessa, Chad, Commandalorian, David Snyder, Evan Tanaka, Henley, thank you, Henley, Jesse, John Jerome, Jonathan Big D Hall. I think the D, I know what it stands for, guys. I know what it stands for.
What is D
What is
stand
this?
for?
Drugs.
Jonathan Drugs Hall.
Jonathan Drugs Hall, yeah. M. Polo, Macmon, Nibron, Pork Chop Who, Robbie Wheat, and I got a message from Sean last week. So Sean Patrick, he sent me a message saying that that's how you pronounce his name. He said his name is pronounced Patch and then Wreck, like a patch, you know, like you put a patch on your chest or something, and then Wreck. And you put that together. Patrick. So, Sean. Patrick.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Pat.
Wait, you said thank you, Pat?
It's Sean.
Sean. Gunny, what are you doing, Gunny? What are you doing? What are you thinking? Shout out to the Mayo. Thank you, Mayo, Steve, and Sub-Vader and Vaderholic. Thank you guys for being Patreon machines. We love all of you. Vaderholic has a really cool voice. Have you guys ever talked to him?
Oh, Vaderholic, yeah.
You talk to him, he's like all British sounding.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, mate.
Yeah, I played Borderlands with him.
He sounds like a super British. He sounds like Mojo. I love it. I love the British voices. Woo! Thank you, Vaderholic, for playing. I think he played a few matches of Warzone with me the other day. This is the first time I ever played with him, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think he jumped in one of my games right when I was getting ready to log off. I was literally logging off for the night, and I'm like, it was like 3 a.m. or something for me, and I was literally just getting off, and he jumped in my party, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, dude, I need to go.
Oh, that sucks.
It's really late.
Might be like 1 in the afternoon for him.
Yeah, and a few times he's jumped into my games in Call of Duty like randomly, and we're not talking though because he just kind of jumps into the match, and I'll notice him in the scoreboard at the end of the match. I'm like, oh shit! Like the other day, he jumped in, and then we played a few matches, and I think we ended up winning a few times. Anyways, thanks to all of you for supporting us with the money over at Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Shout out to all of you guys, and also you can head on over to Stitcher at stitcher.com/premium and sign up for a premium account, Mayo. With the premium account, you get access to ad-free listening, as well as exclusive content and stand-up comedy specials. And you get all of this, Gunny, all of this for $4.99 a month or $34.99 a year. That's a big savings, Gunny.
That is.
That's a big savings. You can pay like $60 a year or like half that almost. to get the full year. So why not just do that? Save yourself some money. Head on over to Stitcher.com/premium and use promo code HorribleGamers to save even more money by getting 1 free month added to your subscription using promo code HorribleGamers. All caps, no spaces. Head on over to Stitcher.com/premium. Use promo code HorribleGamers and get yourself 1 free month, whether you sign up for a monthly plan or a yearly plan. Go sign up right now, Gunny, and listen to some great content over at Stitcher. Thank you, Stitcher. Also, want to give a quick thank you to Redbubble. At Redbubble, you can buy our gear. Gunny, go there. Go right now, Gunny. Just go right now. Redbubble.
Redbubble.com.
I'm going there myself. I'm going there myself, guys. Fuck this shit. I'm going there myself.
What are we buying?
I'm buying.
Redbubble.
I'm buying a shirt. A shirt. I think. I don't know. I'm buying something, guys. What do you think I should buy?
There is the.
I think he needs the block. I think you need the acrylic block.
Yeah.
All right. Acrylic block. Or what else? What else should I buy? There's an acrylic block. There's a shower curtain. A fucking shower curtain, guys. What else is there, Gunny?
Let me see here. There is a. Checking now. I like the long sleeve shirt.
You like the long sleeve shirt?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to buy that right now, Gunny. Right now. Anyways, you can head on over right now and get yourself all that stuff for the podcast. Sorry, I'm doing something over here, guys. I can't talk and type at the same time, guys.
There is a toddler pullover hoodie.
Oh, there is?
There's a toddler pullover hoodie.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
So if you have children.
Anyways, go buy some stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Go right now and get some stuff. Go. Anyways.
Go now.
Quick shout out. And a quick thing about Redbubble, guys. I'm going to add some more products to it. So, yeah. I think I'm going to add... They added like a new thing to it. They added a new... Like, they added new... Something that was a new thing that they added to it. But they told me to like enable it. We got like first dibs to enable it. Because we've been there for a bit. They're like, you guys can enable this now. And I forgot what the fuck it was. It wasn't a shower curtain, was it? What the fuck was it?
Well, I guess keep posted and we'll get it out here soon.
Something. It was some fucking email for something. It was something. Where was it, Gunny? What was it?
You know what? Is it the new bath mat that you can get?
Yes, a bath something with the bath.
Yeah, they're the bath mats that you can step on. Now you can step on HGP. Get out of the...
Don't give
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyways, just get on over there, people. Get yourself some stuff, and we'll be good. Anyways, and I'm actually lowering the prices on everything. Oh my, make even less money. Yeah, why not? Make less of a markup. Woo! All right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for supporting us. Go buy some gear. I even lower the prices for you live on the show because of the this is a coronavirus stimulus package from Jesus. Lowering the prices on Redbubble. What's up,
There is
Gunny?
the HGP pillow. Do I buy one? But if I buy a second one, I get 15% off.
Oh, there you go. Buy a second one.
I can't just buy one for the couch. You got to have two.
Yeah,
minimum.
One stupid pillow on the couch looks dumb. You got to have two to make it look even.
Definitely.
Anyways, shout out to Father and Twistix for the intro song to the podcast called Breakout. And shout out to Broke for Free Night Owl for their music for the outro of the podcast. Thank you to Ricky Alfaros for his music of the podcast. And thank you to MechMod for his music on the podcast as well. Thanks to all of you for supporting the show with your music. Send us more music if you ever make more music. And if you, ladies and gentlemen at home, are listening, you're like, I make music too. Fuck these guys. I want my music on the podcast. Just make sure that it's your music, first of all. Don't send us music that's like licensed through somebody else or something that's not yours. Make sure you send us music that's yours or created by you or that you have the license right to share that music. Let us, have the right to share the music on the podcast, and we'll do it. And then send us like an MP3 track to our email at horriblegamerspodcast@gmail.com. And we will play your music on the show if it's appropriate. Something crazy like not appropriate, then we won't play it. But it's kind of hard to go at, like pretty much we'll play anything. We don't give a fuck, Gunny.
We'll play it.
We'll play it. We'll play. You heard what GF&G plays. Those guys don't give a fuck. We might as well just play whatever, Yeah. GF&G's playing some weird shit over there, Those guys don't give a fuck. We can do it too,
techno
Gunny.
jungle.
Yeah. Techno jungle music. What the fuck? Anyways, let's get on talking about video games this week. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, last week I bought a Nintendo Switch. I found a unicorn in the wild and I bought it.
Oh.
Guess what else I bought, Gunny?
How are you enjoying that unicorn?
But quite a bit, actually. I play like every day. I've been playing it every day. And I bought Animal Crossing with it. Of course. Oh, yeah. And dude, Animal Crossing is such a chill game, Gunny. It's such a chill fucking game. It's like the chillest game in the world. You can just do whatever. You do whatever the fuck you want.
I am jelly that you guys are playing that because I watched a little bit of gameplay and I'm like, man, that looks like something.
It's just
because you guys know that I play a ton of City Skylines, so I'm always into that creative.
Yeah.
Collect a lot of things.
That's what it is. Like, dude, I've been building my little island, and like right now we opened a museum up. I gave enough fossils to the little bird guy. I forget his fucking name, the little owl dude, and he opened a museum, and it looks tiny from the outside, but when you go in and do like that, like a whole exhibit for like all the dinosaur bones, and then they got a whole exhibit for all the fish on the island. Then they got like an insect fucking place where like they got all the butterflies and shit you catch and bugs you catch, and like it looks pretty legit. Like I thought it was gonna look like shit. But, like, it looks fucking cool. Like, the museum looks really fucking cool when you actually build the museum. It looks really fucking cool. The one thing that I don't like about the game is that it's all in real time. Like, literally real time. Like say you want to build a house. Well, like, okay, they start building your house. But then they're like, okay, we'll be done in, like, a day or two. So you literally have to, like, log in the next day to be able to see the progress on that building or whatever, So that's kind of the shitty part about it. And I haven't been gaming the system or like changing the time on my console because I don't know if you can even do that. I'm assuming you probably can. If you go offline, you can just change the time on the console or something and like trick it to think that it's like a certain time or day. But yeah, like pretty much it's all real time though, Gunny. Like it's kind of crazy.
But I'm thinking that they're probably doing that just so it's not like, they don't want you to maybe get burnout and get too much done.
Get too much all at once. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you're right. I can see like it can be like a thing to get you to come back the next day, right? To see like, what's the progress? So like, and this has actually been working for me because like every day you log into this little ATM machine thing. That's where you pay off your loan for the house that you take out a fucking loan on in the game, and the loan is not little. I thought it was gonna be like maybe like a few thousand coins. No, it's like 100,000 fucking coins to get like a house built.
So it's like buying a house in California almost.
Pretty much, man. And like you gotta pay this dude back, and like the cool thing is that pretty much anything gets you money. So like catching anything or like cutting trees down or like getting wood or sticks or fruit or like digging shit up out of the ground like fossils. Anything really gets you money as long as like the fossils you can donate them to the museum to build out the like the exhibits, right? So like say you get like a dinosaur bone, you can take it to the museum, the owl will like inspect the fucking fossil and be like, oh, this is a fossil for like a T-Rex. And he'll be like, oh, we already have this part of the T-Rex, we don't need it. Here, I'll give it back to you. But a lot of the times he'll be like, oh, we need this part for the museum. Do you want to donate it? And then you just give it to him, and then pretty much all he does with that is next time you go see the T-Rex, that new part of the bone or the new part of the body will be there, you know what I mean? It kind of like just helps like build out the exhibits inside the museum, which is only for you because you're gonna go see that. But whatever. So you could choose to not donate that though too, and you can just choose to like sell it. You can just take it back to the shop where the little raccoon dude is, and you just sell it to him. Like, here you go, dude, I want to sell this shit. And he'll be like, I'll give you 1,000 coins for this. And then you use those coins to pay off your debts, Gunny. Or buy shit or whatever. There's no enemies in the game, really. There's nothing that can kill you. Besides, the only thing that can actually like hurt you is these wasps. And those things will come down when like say you hit a tree and you're trying to get like wood out of a tree, so you have to hit the trees with an axe. I think you hit them 3 times, and that's the maximum wood they're going to give you, or the maximum things they're going to drop. But sometimes instead of dropping wood, they'll drop like a nest, like a wasp nest. And then the wasps will like a little music will start playing, and the wasps will like come out and start like fucking chasing you, and you got to outrun them. And if you don't outrun them, they pretty much sting you, and your guy looks all fucked up, like his eyes all puffy and shit. And I think,
I remember that in the old one.
I think if you get stung twice, your guy passes out or something, and like he wakes up in his house, like, oh, what happened? But that's really like all that's gonna happen. Like, you're never gonna die in the game, or like have like an actual enemy in the game. You know what I mean? And pretty much there's fishing, so you can just fish all day, and like. It's pretty cool because certain fish only come out at a certain time of day or certain time of the year. So, like, when you catch something, it'll go into, like, this encyclopedia thing that tells you, like, oh, this type of fish is only available to, like, March through June or something like that, or March through August or whatever. And this other type of fish is available only, like, in the fall or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? So, like, different types of animals come out at different times of the year and different types of seasons. And right now we're in spring, so there's certain different types of butterflies and flowers and shit springing up. So all that stuff, like you pretty much get bonus points and miles and credit and all this money for discovering things and building out your island little by little, you know. So it's actually a pretty legit little fun game, dude.
I remember the old one having that kind of stuff too, and I'm assuming this one's probably the same where like during holidays, there'd be special things you can do during the holidays. I think if I remember right, the old one on the GameCube during Halloween, like you could go to like a forest and there'd be like a little ghost that would appear and stuff like that. It was like an achievement and like type thing and stuff like that. It was
well, actually, I found the little ghost because I was playing like at midnight the other day, and it was nighttime in the game, and I was in this forest walking around, you know, like looking for like fossils or something, and I saw this thing floating around, and I went to it, and it was a ghost. And I scared him, and he's like, oh, fuck, you scared me. And he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, help me find the rest of my spirit body or whatever around the island, and I'll give you something. So, and I did. Then he's like, okay, do you want something, like, expensive that you don't have, or do you want a gift? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, what do you want? And I was like, something expensive I don't have, or a gift of his choosing. And I was like, something expensive I don't have, and he gave me a bucket. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck I need a bucket for it. Yeah, so he gave me a bucket, Gunny, and then there was like an achievement for like, you get these like little things called like Nook miles or whatever, where Tom Nook gives you these miles or whatever, and these miles are like, they're used to like, the miles are used to buy like special things, like you can buy an upgrade for your pockets to add like more slots for you to carry shit, or you can add like unlock better tools or better recipes for like the best tools. So I think I ended up using 5,000 miles, which took a while to get. Like it took almost all week to get, and I used those miles to unlock a new row of pockets, so like I could carry more shit with my guy. So now I'll have 3 rows instead of 2. But yeah, the game is fun, dude. It's a fun little game. It's very, I guess you could say kiddie, but not really. You know, it's just, I guess it's for a certain type of gamer. If you like collecting shit and just building things and just, like you said, Gunny, being kind of creative and watching things unfold, you're going to enjoy these types of games. And I kind of do enjoy those. You know, like obviously you guys heard how long I've played City Skylines for, and you know, all you do in that game is build. You don't even build anything. You just lay down grids and watch the shit build itself. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's pretty much all you do in City Skylines, so this is kind of almost the same.
As far as like the house goes, like that house that you borrow money to put down on, like, can you build multiple houses, or is it really you just want one house to kind of decorate or collect things.
I don't know if you can have multiple houses. I think you can only have one, because there's only so much space on the island, right? So, but I think you can upgrade your house to add more rooms to it. So like you can add different sections to the house. I think I haven't gotten there yet because I tried to talk to Tom Nook about it, and he was like, "Well, you should." He's like, "You should pay off your loan first, and then we'll talk about adding an upgrade to your house." So I'm wondering like if you can add like a second floor or like add a different area to the house and make it bigger or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can, because I've seen people I've seen videos where people have like these huge fucking houses, and I'm assuming they just added a bunch of rooms to it or something. So, yeah, gotta give it up though. I gotta give props to Nintendo. Like I said, the graphics inside the museum, they look really fucking good. They look sharp, man. It looks like I'm surprised it looked that good for being a Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like holy shit, for being like a little Switch console thing. Like the museum looks really good. The way everything's laid out, the fish look really cool. Everything looks really nice. It's well detailed. Sometimes there's a few pop-in that does happen inside the museum, but like other than that, it looks fucking great. And the game runs pretty good, so I like it. I'm enjoying it. I look forward to playing more of it and building out my island. I need friends to play with me. I know Normie has the game because I saw her go online the other day. And it was like, oh, Normie is playing Animal Crossing New Horizons or whatever. And then somebody else on my friends list called like Badass or Bad something. They're playing it too. It's like, this guy is playing Animal Crossing. I don't know who the fuck that is. It could be Bill Gardner or somebody. I don't know who the fuck it is. I don't know the people on the Switch. Like, I don't
so
know
what can you... So have you played any kind of co-op or anything? As far as I know, they can come in and help collect.
Yeah, I think they could just come in and help collect shit and like help you out or whatever. So, but I need to go to an island with more rocks because I need flint to build a store or something that I'm trying to build, and I need to find 30 like little flint things or whatever the fuck, or like I don't know what the iron nuggets or something like that. And I need to hit rocks.
I was thinking too, you could, when you could visit people, you could bring in, say if you had like an apple tree, and you had apple seeds and they didn't have apple trees in their town, you could bring those seeds and you could literally trade them apple seeds.
That's dope.
And they could plant apple trees. I think that's how the old one did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, because I think somebody, I think it was your mom or something. It was like, you got a letter from mom, and she sent you a gift, and in the gift it was peaches, and I started to eat them, but I'm like, wait a minute, I wonder if I can plant this peach. So I went and I dug a hole, and sure enough, you can just plant the fucking peach, and then it makes a peach tree, and then you can plant it everywhere. So like today, what I ended up doing this morning is I grabbed all the peaches from the peach tree because it takes a few days to grow, and today they were finally grown or whatever, and they had peaches on them. So I took the peaches off the peach tree, and I went around the island in random spots and just dug holes and like planted fucking random peach trees everywhere. So now my island's gonna have peach trees, and that's kind of my goal here, to have a bunch of fucking different peaches. And I think the original fruit that was on the island was pears, which sounds disgusting to me because I hate pears.
I like pears.
They just have a weird texture to them. I like apples better. Pears are just weird.
I prefer apples.
Pears are just weird. You only have like that weird, like, it's just a weird texture to me. I don't know, guys. Fuck pears, all right?
Apples and peaches.
Anyways, other than that, on the Nintendo Switch, ladies and gentlemen, I played another game. I played Pokemon Sword. So there's Pokemon Sword and there's Shield. But I bought Sword, because fuck Shield. Shield is for pussies. Fuck Shield. It's all about Sword. It's just the legendary Pokemon that's in the game. In Sword, there's this one a Pokemon that has a sword. And in Shield, there's a Pokemon that has a shield. And that's the legendary Pokemon. Woo! I think that's the main difference. I don't fucking know, Gunny. I bought Sword, though.
I've seen gameplay of Sword. It looks pretty tight.
And it's fucking dope, dude. Like the game starts out, you're like this kid in this town, right? And you're watching, like it starts off in this big stadium, and it shows this dude, like, he's like the champion or whatever. He's about to fight a battle, and like he has a Charizard, but then he like uses this thing called Dynamax, and he tells Charizard to go Dynamax. And when the Pokemon go Dynamax, they're in these huge stadiums, or like football stadiums or whatever, but they're Pokemon stadiums. But they they're in there and they're fighting these battles, and there's like these people are cheering and shit, and like they tell the Pokemon to go Dynamax, and what happens is the Pokemon like become like huge, like the size of like a building or something, you know what I mean? And then that's how the Pokemon fight each other. So it's like instead of like being like normal Pokemon battles, they're like these huge battles, you know, where like these two big ass Pokemon killing each other or whatever. They don't really kill each other, but they're battling each other. So like, I think that's like one of the main features of this game is the Pokemon can Dynamax. So pretty much you're this kid from this town, and your best friend's name is Hop. And my boy Hop came over to my house, and he's like, yo, motherfucker, my brother's coming back. And his brother is the dude you were watching on TV, like the champion guy or whatever that you were watching. That's his brother. He's like, yo, my brother's coming back to town or whatever. He just won the championship. You want to go wherever to my house? And you're like, yeah, let's go. And you go and you fucking go and hang out with him or whatever. And his brother shows up, and everyone in town is like, oh, the fucking champion is back. Oh. And of course his brother's like, I want everyone in this town to become the greatest Pokemon trainers or whatever the fuck. And then he gives you a Pokemon. His brother gives you like a choice, like which Pokemons you want. And there's like a little leaf Pokemon. There's a water Pokemon. There's a fire Pokemon. And I chose
Hydra.
I chose the fire Pokemon. His name is Score Bunny. Score Bunny looks like a bunny.
Yeah.
Looks like a bunny, but he has fire like coming out of his ears or something.
The Fire Buddy.
So he's Scorched Bunny, but his name is Score Bunny. And so he's my Pokemon, and I've been using him, and pretty much like they teach you the basics, like of course like any Pokemon game, they say like, oh, like you gotta fight, and then it's like exactly like Temtem, Mayo, where like
Right, I'm thinking Temtem.
yeah, like
because that's the only thing I've played.
loses health points, and you can like heal them during the middle of the battle, and you can take them to Pokemon centers, and in the Pokemon Center you can heal them all up, and you can only have 6 on you at a time. You can catch as many as you want, but the ones that you catch that are extra, like I've caught like a bunch of them, but the ones that I'm catching that I don't want to use in battle, that they look kind of gay to me or whatever, they look stupid, you know, they're fucking, I don't want to use a stupid ass Pokemon. Like those things, I ended up putting them in boxes, and in boxes they just stay like in storage or something. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know, man. They stay in storage. So I put them in the freezer or something. Stay in there, motherfucker. And I've been catching Pokemon left and right. Been fighting battles with people. I made it to the first big town now, which is like about an hour into the game, maybe 2. It's like the first big town. It looks like London. Everyone says mate. Hey, mate.
Hey, mate.
Hello, mate.
G'day.
Good day, mate.
Wait, that's Australian.
Everyone says mate, and there's a big clock in the town, so it looks like London to me. You know?
Gunny's doing voice work over for Pokemon.
That's the one weird thing
Going to the Outback, mate.
about Nintendo games. None of it is voiced. Like a lot of it is just you're reading text, and it's kind of annoying, but whatever. You get used to it after a bit. And pretty much the whole point of the story of this Pokemon world is that you live on this new island or this new world. That's like, I don't think it's ever been seen in Pokemon before, but it's like a new land or whatever. And your whole goal of the thing is to make your way to all the Pokemon gyms, fight your way to like the main stadium that you saw in the beginning where the dude was fighting. And I'm assuming at the end, you're going to have to fight that dude's brother and beat him, or you're going to have to fight your best friend. Because I think your best friend, Hop, becomes your rival. From in the beginning of the game, he's like, oh, we're going to become rivals or whatever the fuck because I want to be the best and you're going to want to be the best, so we're rivals now or whatever. And you guys are friends, but you guys are like rivals at the same time. You're trying to like beat each other to become the best Pokemon trainers. And that's the whole thing. Yeah.
I think the visuals and everything look great on that. I've watched it on Twitch, and I like the stadium.
Yeah, it looks fucking dope. Yeah, it looks really cool. Like I said, the Pokemon battles are really dope, man. When they Dynamax or whatever, like I was able to Dynamax my Score Bunny. I was like, Score Bunny, fucking Dynamax, motherfucker. And he became all big and shit. And I fought this like pigeon-looking thing, and I fucking fucked him up. But yeah, like it was pretty dope. Because when they Dynamax, they get like a bunch of health points too. They get like super extra health and like super extra like attack bonuses and shit. So it's pretty badass. But it's just like Temtem, Mayo. Like if you've played Temtem, you've played Pokemon.
I've only watched him play. my son play. But yeah, I have a pretty good idea what it's like. But
it's exactly like that. Literally, it's that. But like I said, the Pokemon can become big, like the size of a building when you go Dynamax, and you get like this other shit around the world called light power or some kind of like electric power or some shit. And this is like some kind of drug or something. It's like this power.
Oh, they got drugs in Pokemon. Nice.
It's like this power you get, and everyone wants it. Every person that I talk to, like, yo, man, you got that light power, and I'm like, yeah, I got some of that shit. And like, oh, you give me 200 light power, I'll give you a Pokemon. And it's like, oh, well, okay, here you go. And then they give you like Pokemon and shit. It's like crackheads giving you all their shit for crack. You got some more of that. You got some more of the light electric shit. You know, you got some more of that. And it's like, yeah, I got some of that shit. And then they give you some.
The new crack for kids.
They give you some of that shit. And then I ran into some powerful ass Pokemon, dude. I was fucking around exploring the world, and this motherfucker showed up and he was whipping my fucking Score Bunny's ass. Like my Score Bunny is like I think he's like level 11 or 12. And this motherfucker was like level 40. He's just whooping my Score Bunny. He's like my Score Bunny hits him and takes like a little bit of health away from the dude. He hits my Score Bunny. It goes down like more than halfway. It's like, oh, fuck. Oh, man, he's going to die. I can't let that happen, Gunny. I can't let that happen.
Retreat option.
No, and it says like you cannot. It's like I put run. It's like you cannot escape. I was like, oh shit.
You think a bunny would have a higher chance to run?
He fucked me up, man. So yeah, the difference between this Pokemon and say, for example, like why you may be asking yourselves, why didn't I buy like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee or whatever the fuck, like those other Pokemon games that came out last year or the year before? The difference between those Pokemon and this one, what I read is one of the main differences is that those Pokemon games are more like you can see every single Pokemon on the map as you're walking. So like you can choose to like not capture a Pokemon or not run into Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like you can see them. Where you're walking through the tall grass, you can see them. And in this one, there is random encounters. You can still see some Pokemon in the tall grass. Like you will see like a certain Pokemon like walking around, and you know you're gonna have to fight him if you run into him. Or like in the tall grass, you may see 2 or 3 Pokemon walking around. But even in the tall grass, you can still have random encounters. So you can either run into those Pokemon or have a random encounter still. But yeah, that's just the way it goes, you know. So that's the main difference between the two. And obviously in this one you can Dynamax. I don't think in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee, I don't think you can Dynamax.
That's the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah,
in this one.
And in this one they have those bigger battles where like in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is more original, where like you're fighting these trainers and they're like little, you know, like in their
dojo.
In their dojo, yeah, like in a little setting, you know, where like in this one you're fighting the trainers in like a big stadium, and you know the crowd is cheering and the crowd goes wild when your Pokemon does a good hit or something. You know what I mean? So like in this one you get like more like it feels like more, to me it feels more realistic, like more like what it would actually be like if there was Pokemon in real life and we're seeing these fucking battles. You know, you'd have people cheering and shit. You know what I mean? Like people going nuts.
Yeah, you've got a real theater.
Yeah, so it looks it makes it more exciting in my opinion. So I look forward to playing more of it, obviously. So yeah, and it looks great, Gunny. Like you said, I was really happy to see how good it looked.
I was actually surprised, like, to watch this like Hydra snake enemy Pokemon, and the animations from whether it be from the cutscene or actual real gameplay it was remarkable. I'll say that it's like, damn, now I want to get a Pokemon game. Like, I thought it was just like a little kid's game.
I mean, a lot of people do say they're like little kids games, but they are fun. They have like that addictive nature where like if you like to collect shit and see your Pokemon level up and your Pokemon become stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, you know, and build a perfect team of Pokemon. This is a good game to get into. You know, it is $60, so know that. But Other than that, other than those two games, I really haven't played nothing else on the Switch. I think I bought the Telltale series of Batman because I never played the Batman Telltale games. I think I got the whole collection for like $5 or $6 or something.
Aren't those on Game Pass though?
Maybe on
you don't really
Xbox.
have yeah, it's on the Xbox.
Yeah, maybe
Game Pass,
just
I
on the
believe.
console.
Yeah, on the Xbox, but not on the PC. That's the shitty part about Game Pass. They have it split up like that, where I wish they was just across everything, but I get why they do that because obviously not every PC game can be on the Xbox, and not every Xbox game can be on PC.
You know what's cool about that Batman Telltale game is, I know Eric Ram on our Discord. He somehow I think he did it where he invited us on Discord, where we watched him stream it to Discord, and then we made the choices. Like as to we made our own choices, whether they be on. He could have made different ones, but then it kind of shows at the end what we chose as far as options.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat feature.
I look forward to playing it. I look forward to just kind of experiencing that Telltale type of world again. Haven't been in it in a while. I still look forward to the Wolf Among Us Season 2, which the new developer is working on apparently. So, oh man, I just can't wait for that one. That's really the one that I'm hyped for because I fucking love the Wolf Among Us, dude. But yeah, besides those two games, on the PC, I ended up buying a new game this week as well, guys. I bought, what the fuck is this game? Ghost Nico owns it. I know he does. Ghost Nico. You own it, motherfucker.
He owns a lot of Steam games. I noticed, like, I'll be looking for a game like Ghost Nico owns this game. Like, he owns everything.
Ghost Nico has played. Yeah, he pretty much owns everything. I think he just buys everything on Steam that he sees. Anyways, it's called Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, and this game it's pretty cool, man. It's a fucking what you call it?
Yeah,
It's like an RPG. It's like an RPG.
It's not RTS, is it?
No,
I watched
not
a little bit of it on
RTS.
Twitch.
It's a lot like that other game that I played. That other one. What the fuck is it called?
Like, the Total War game.
Yes, like the Total War game where like
Yeah, I was thinking Total War. It looks like.
pretty much in this one you start off as this dude and like they tell you they have you make a character, so like you make your character or whatever, you pick his hair, his fucking moves, and then you like pick his race, and then like it has 6 different options, and like it tells you like this group of people, they're known for like being nomadic and they're really good horse riders, and like it gives you like a bonus for picking them, and it says like 10% to like horse riding skills or whatever. And then the other one's like, oh, these people are like proud warriors. They're like they don't bend the knee to nobody. They're like fucking like just a bunch of fucking clans fighting, but they all will unite together to like fight a common enemy. And there's like, and it gives you like a 10% bonus to like whatever the fuck for them or whatever. And it has like 6 different ones. I ended up picking the one that was like, I think it said they were the Empire. And it said like even though the Empire is kind of crumbling, it still stands strong or whatever. Like just because the king or the lord or the emperor was assassinated doesn't mean that the empire has fallen or whatever. And it pretty much like you start off as your parents were part of like this empire thing or whatever. Your dad was like a guard, and like it lets you pick the background of your parents. Like, oh, was your parent was like a hippie, or your parent was a fucking guard, or your parent was an artist, or your parent was this or that. And each one gives you like a different ability to like if you say your dad was a guard, and it says like, oh, your dad helped train you in swordsmanship, so like you have a little bit better stats on your swordsmanship or whatever the fuck, and all that type of different shit, right? So once you pick all that, you go to a tutorial phase where like you learn how to ride a horse and how to fight with the sword, and it's very simple. It's nothing like Mordhau. You know, Mordhau, the sword fighting can be very like difficult sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is pretty much just click, 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 and like the dude will kind of just like fucking swing the sword or whatever direction. You kind of do have a little. Kind of, you do have control of where, like, if you move right, the sword will swing to the right or to the left or whatever the fuck, or from the right or from the left, and then you just pretty much hold the right mouse button to use your shield or to block, and then you can dodge and all that type of shit. You can move to the side to dodge people's swings and all that, and pretty much you start off with the first town. You go to this town, which is the first town that I went to. I'm pretty sure it's the first town everyone goes to because it's the tutorial. But there's a dude there, and he's like, hey, like, and you're like, hey, I need troops. Like, I'm trying to build an army. Like, do you know anyone in town that can join me or whatever the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, I have men. I'll give you men. He's like, but I need you to do me a favor first. And you're like, okay, what's the favor? And he's like, well, this group of like raiders or whatever, they captured our local town doctor that comes around every so often and heals people. And we think they captured him because he hasn't been around in a few months, and we need him to come back. And they're like, how about you go rescue this doctor, and he has a chest with him or whatever, and this chest could be valuable, but we think that's why they took him. And how about I'll give you like a few men, and you go and they'll listen to you, and you go and like rescue this doctor. So then the map zooms out, and it shows like a top-down view of like the entire map, which is huge. The world it's fucking huge, and this game's in early access, and the world is, I'm telling you, like, it's fucking big. The map is big as fuck. And pretty much it shows like all the different castles around the map, and it shows like different flags for different factions. So like the southern fucking emperor owns this many castles or whatever, and these castles over here are owned by the northern lords or whatever. Then this one to the east is owned by the eastern fucking lords or whatever, and these guys over here, that's owned by nobody, but they like live kind of like, by themselves or whatever. Like no one fucks with them or whatever the fuck, So pretty much I went and I fought these raiders, and like when you start off, you kind of like, you have the top-down view on the map. You click on the raiders as you see them right around the map. You click on them and you see, like, it shows you like your little character, your horse guy going, and he fucking rides his horse over there, and he like, they get close together, and then it goes boom, like it goes, you're into battle now. And it says, do you want to fight in the battle, or do you just want to send your troops? And I was like, no, fuck that, I want to fight. So you put fight, and then sure enough, like, it'll load into the thing, and you're in the fucking world. And then you can command your troops to like stand and hold the line, or like you can be like, move forward or march forward, and you can like have them march forward like slowly, and they'll like start walking forward with their shields up and their spears or whatever, and like they'll like march forward in a line. Or you can have them just fucking run, like charge, like fucking just charge, motherfucker. And I had them charge at these dudes, and my guys were all on horses, right? So they fucking charge these guys, and they aren't all the other enemies, they were on foot. Sure, these guys are running, and my dudes on horses just running. These just boom, they just fucking hit him with fucking swords and spears and shit. And then I fucking get on my horse and I'm fucking stabbing these dudes with the spear. And it's fucking sick, dude. Like, you fucking kill them, and then when you kill them or you defeat them in battle, or you kill so many of them, they eventually surrender. And when they surrender, it says like, oh, you won the battle, or you killed them all, or whatever. Like. And then at the end it says, like, do you want to take any of them prisoner? And you can take some of them prisoner. And then you can steal their gear and, like, equip their gear. So that's how you get better gear. And pretty much, I ended up fighting this doctor dude. He gave me the chest. And when he gave me the chest, he's like, hey, man, this chest has this thing that's, like, from, like, ancient times. But it's like it belonged to the emperor of whatever army or whatever. When he fought in the great battle and he died, this belonged to him. This was like his armor or his crown or something. It was something that the emperor had on him. And this dude found it. And he's like, don't tell nobody you have this, because if they find out you have this, they're going to try to take it from you. Especially if the emperor finds out you have it, he's going to try to steal it from you. Like just make sure you kind of find out more information about it and make sure it's the right thing that I think it is. And then you can sell it for a whole bunch of money and like build a big army if you have enough money, right? So I'm like, okay. So I went to like at night, and then it said, like, okay, tutorial's over. You could do whatever the fuck you want now. Do whatever, like literally do whatever, like whatever. The world is your oyster, Gunny. So then I went to like this town. I recruited more troops. And I went to this castle, and in the castle, like, it tells you, like, you can just go into the town and walk around town and, like, meet people or whatever in the tavern. And in the tavern, you can hire mercenaries. The mercenaries are better trained than the peasants, but they do cost a lot more money. Like a peasant, like a normal dude, like, if I go to the street and I'm like, hey, dude, join my army, he'll be like, okay, pay me, like, 50 gold. And he'll be like, okay, I'll fight with you. But if I go
How do you earn gold?
by killing people and stealing their shit. But by like earning or like doing missions or like jobs for people. And like for example, like I went to a mercenary and I'm like, hey dude, join me. And he's like, okay. He's like, me and my men will join you, but we want like 1,000 gold. And he's like, dude, all I have is like 900 gold. And he's like, well, it's like I can't join you, does it? And it's like, well, okay, motherfucker, all right. And then you can go into the keep where like the Lord sits or whatever, like in the castle. You can be like, hey, let me in. And like eventually, like if people recognize you, like if you build a big enough army and start taking over territories, people will recognize you as Lord whatever the fuck you pick, right? Like Lord whatever of this house. And you'd be like, yeah, I'm the Lord of this fucking house. You better let me in. And they're like, all right, sorry, you're the Lord. Or we'll let you in. But like right now, I'm just this dude who has a few men with him. So like, they're like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, motherfucker, let me in. So I bribed the guards. All my money, like it cost me like 900 gold or 800 gold to bribe the guards. And I go in there, and the fucking king is not even in there. It's like, where the fuck is the Lord of this fucking place? And he's like, oh, he's not here. Like, where is he? We're like, I don't know. He's gone. We don't know where he is. And I'm like, motherfucker, I paid all this gold to meet this guy, and he's not even here. What the fuck? So then like you can go to like any castle anywhere, and sometimes like you'll be like riding around the map, and you'll run into like a group of soldiers, and you can either engage them and be like, fight with them, or like let them go by, and a lot of them. Or like be escorting convoys of like supplies to another keep or something, and all this crazy shit goes around. But like it's pretty cool how like when you're traveling in the main world, you just look top down, and then when you're traveling when you're in the city, you can like be walking around the city, just fucking walking around doing nothing. You can attack people, you can attack the guards, and I'm assuming they attack back or something. But yeah, this game seems very ambitious. It's early access. It's like $50 right now. It's because it's on like 10% off or $6 or $10 off or whatever for early access. But it's big game, Gunny, and you can eventually once your clan, which is what they call your group of soldiers at first, a clan. Once your clan becomes big enough, like level 1, you can like go to a keep, and you can go to a lord like of a keep and be like, hey, I want to serve under you. Like I pledge my allegiance to you. Like, if you need me to go to war for you, if you need me to fight for you, if somebody comes around here and fucks with your kingdom, I will defend your kingdom if you call upon me. And then if your clan becomes level 2, you can be like, me and my men, and all my men will listen to me, and we will all fight for you. Like at first it's only you fighting for him, and then if you like level up your group big enough and you level them up enough, your men will become more loyal, and they'll be like, all right, me and all my men will fight for you. Like we'll fucking fight in the war or whatever the fuck comes up. So that's pretty cool. And there's like, it seems to me like, and then as the game is playing, even if you zoom out of the map, like on the bottom left corner, it'll say like Lord whatever captured this lord or whatever and took him prisoner. And like there's actual like real time in the game. There's like wars going on and different things going on. It'll be like, these group of raiders captured this convoy or whatever, and now this lord is at war with this raider or whatever, and different things are going on, you know what I mean? And so yeah, that's how it works out, Gunny. And it's pretty cool because when I finally found the doctor and I was fighting all the raiders, right, I was able to sneak in their camp. So I was killing them like one by one, kind of. So me and my men were like, me and like 8 dudes were in their camp, and we were just killing them one by one. So we were like fucking slaughtering these dudes. But then when we got to the main guy at the end, he like came out with like all his bodyguards. Like he had like 6 dudes with him. And he was like, what the fuck's going on out here? Where's all my men? And we're like, they're all fucking dead. And he's like, all right, motherfucker. He's like, you killed all my men. He's like, how about me and you fight? And then you can be like,
1v1?
Yeah, and you can either choose to be like, all right, I'll duel you. Or you could be like, I don't fight slaves. Fuck you. I have my men with me. So like at first I dueled him, Gunny, and he fucking whooped my ass. He like fucking whooped my ass, like 3-hit combo my ass and fucking killed me. So now I have to redo this whole thing. And then I duel him again. I'm like, all right, this time I got it. This time I got to block. I got to dodge. Nope. He whooped my ass again, Gunny.
Experienced.
And then the third time, motherfucker, fooled me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Whatever. Can't be fooled again, Gunny. Because you know what? Third time I came in that motherfucker, I had my men slaughter everyone. I was like, attack!
Cave mode activated.
And all my men charged forward, and they all came out. They all pulled out their swords, and it was like some some Game of Thrones fucking type shit. Where like I had all my men pull out their swords and everyone attack, motherfucker, and they all attacked them, and they all killed them. It's like 7 dudes stabbing one guy. They fucked him up. but
something
yeah.
you would recommend over something like a Total War? I mean, as far as if you were to compare the two, I think it's Total War 2. Like it was one, right?
I actually do like this more than Total War because Total War is kind of the same. It's the same concept almost, where you got the top-down world, you got the empires, and you got all this diplomatic shit going on. But in this one, when you're doing diplomacy and when you're talking to people, you're actually like in the world. You're in the castle. You're in front of the Lord. You're talking to him. You know what I mean? Whereas in Total War, it's all like dialogue-based reading, and you got to read everything. But in this one, there's actually like voice act. There's some voice acting, but a lot of it is in front of an actual character. You know what I mean? Like, you know who this character is. You see them. You recognize them or whatever. So that's kind of pretty cool that they did that in this game. It reminds me kind of like a Kingdom Come Deliverance, but not. It's not as open world and it's not as RPG-ish as that, but it is kind of RPG because your stats do level up. Like those few like I fought 3 or 4 battles before I went to that castle, but in those 3 or 4 battles, since my guy was on a horse, his like horse riding skill went up a little bit, and like his spear skill went up a little bit. His one-handed sword, whatever, went up a little bit.
Okay, it does have that.
So it does have that. Like if you're fighting in a battle and you can just choose to stand back. You could just send
I was
your
wondering
guys
about
forward.
that. If you could just stand back there instead of being on your horse and in the middle of the.
Yeah, you can just
battle.
you can even sit on your horse in the back of the battle and just watch your men fight and keep sending men forward until they all die, or you can even choose to retreat in the middle of a battle. You can you have different commands for your soldiers. You can have them form up in certain formations. You can have your soldiers flank or your soldiers do certain different things. You can set them up in different formations too, and have them from the left or from the right, or have them all on a fucking line, or have the archers shoot arrows first and then have your men charge. You can have different types of things, and there is a battle mode in this game. So there's a campaign mode, which is what I was playing. There's a multiplayer mode, which I haven't tried, and there's an actual just a free battle. So I'm assuming that's just pick an army and fight another army or whatever, just to see how it works. So if you want to just experience just a cool looking battle, you can even do that. So there's different modes in this, and it's all early access. So yeah, and I did when I was in the city, I tried to talk to some NPC characters that are walking around, and it's right now the game's in early access. You cannot talk to this person or whatever. It's oh, okay, whatever, fuck you. And then I did try to walk out of town and walk into the forest in the first person view. And after getting so far out of town, it's a little timer started counting down. And it's hey, you're walking out of bounds. It's gonna reset you or whatever, So it resets you back into town.
Oh, is that something you have to fast travel?
Yeah, like I said, when you're traveling out of town, you gotta have that top down map, because that's where you see when you have that top down map is how you see the dynamic of the world changing, and you can see the armies moving and the troops moving and what's going on, right? You don't want to get caught by these troops, so you want to avoid them. You kind of move this way or that way. So there's that. It's a pretty cool game. It seems very deep, though, to be honest. But if Ghost Nico can do it, I can do it, Gunny.
Absolutely. And you've got the experience from that Total War game.
Yeah. What do you think, Mayo? You going to buy this? Probably not.
Probably not. I don't know. I've gotten so far away from RTS top-down type games that it just...
But it's not top-down, Mayo. It's top-down and first-person. It's both.
Yeah. I saw a lot of first-person stuff in this.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. It looks like when you're in the town, it looks like Skyrim or something. You're in these old castle-looking towns, or it looks like Kingdom Come Deliverance, like that. You got these castles and shit, or these little villages with farmhouses and farms and shit. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just let you play it.
Okay.
I'm interested.
Gunny's interested. Gunny, okay, Gunny. Okay.
I probably wouldn't know how to play it, but
settle down, Gunny. Settle down.
I want it. I'm going to add it to my library right now.
And then, what else did I play this week? I played some more Call of Duty. Whoa, what do you think of that?
Whoa, you played Call of Duty?
Whoa, some more Call of Duty, guys.
Me too. I went 24-2. Oh no, it was the other way around. Sorry.
Yeah, we played some Call of Duty right before the show, but before that, this week I actually got a new gold gun, Gunny. I got a new golden gun. I finally got the Odin gold. That's that big gun with the huge suppressor, like the 3-foot suppressor in front of it. I got that one gold finally, and now I'm working on my FAL. And I thought I was going to hate the FAL because it's a semi-automatic rifle, and I fucking love it, dude. I'm so good with that gun.
I think that's the one Minnie liked when he was on the show.
Yeah, he was the one saying that, I love those guns, and I thought it was going to be shitty. I was waiting. I was just putting it off. I didn't want to do it. It's like, I might as well just do it now. And I started playing with it. Right? No, it's a semi-automatic, so it's a single fire, it's kind of like a sniper rifle, but it you don't have to like pull back the bolts or anything. But this thing is so fucking good, dude. And hardcore is like a one-shot kill anywhere on the body, so I'm just like fucking shooting these dudes once, and they're just fucking dropping, and like it's just so quick to acquire people. But when you're targeting, it's just like boom, 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 and it's so accurate of a gun because there's no. I mean, there's a little bit of recoil, but it's not.
I was shot by that a couple times today.
There's not a lot of. The recoil is not bad because it's single fire, so like you can just control the recoil. You know what I mean? So it's super accurate, and I look forward to getting it gold. I'm halfway through getting it gold right now. I need like a few more camos to unlock, so I can start doing those challenges. But right now I'm working on the no attachment challenge, so I gotta get 100 and something kills with no attachments. I hate that one the most, but I have to do it, so whatever. I look forward
that one sounds like a pain.
Yeah, I look forward to getting it gold though. And I realized that I do really good with the night vision scope. There's like a night vision scope where like everything's green on the scope, but like the enemy's highlighting like yellow. So like they're super visible. But if they have a certain, I think the perk is called, I don't know if it's cold-blooded. I think it's either cold-blooded or ghost. If they have that on, and they like you cannot see them, like they don't highlight in yellow, like it's like a shadowy silhouette. You know, they don't look like, it doesn't highlight in yellow. Like you don't see their body temperature or whatever if they have that perk on. So sometimes it's really hard when like somebody's really far away and they're just hiding in the corner and I don't catch them in that scope. They just shoot me because they're like, oh fuck, I didn't see them. But other than that, the game is good, man. Oh man, Gunny.
I downloaded it on the Blizzard app, so I can play it with mouse and keyboard.
Oh yeah, I'm having a blast with it, man. Call of Duty is the shit.
Warzone.
What else?
Yeah, I saw. I did see you playing a little pinball effects on the old Switch.
Oh, I was playing
the new Switch.
I was playing. Some pinball effects today on the Switch, and that's a fun little game. I can't use the triggers there's too much of a delay in the trigger. When I press the triggers, it takes too long for the little flippers to flip. So you have to use the bumper buttons. I didn't know that until right now, but the bumpers are better than the triggers. Anyways, I'm done. Mayo looks tired already.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just.
Mayo's he's a little off today because he's been off of work due to some outbreak.
Due to some Rona.
Yeah. Trying to be kind of muted a little bit here. Once in a while too is we recorded over time today, and I have some kids in the background that are trying to be a little extra noisy.
Tell them kids to shut up, Mel. Tell them kids to shut their mouths and to go upstairs.
Kids and cats and doors opening and doors closing and all kinds of things going on. Now he's going to wrestle some kids.
What's he doing? Oh shit, Mel just threw out all his kids out the door.
Yeah. People are trying to get in and windows are opening and
see stuff like that.
Yeah. What the fuck, Mayo? What the fuck?
Busy household today. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I see balls being thrown back there.
But yeah, that was my daughter actually just getting home. And speaking of her, something I played this week. We actually played some Jackbox 3. Decided to go ahead and try to stream that, and was thinking maybe about setting up a community night, and was maybe thinking about seeing how well it would stream and how much of a delay there was so people could watch it and interact. And so my daughter actually played with Pinpoint, myself, and my youngest son was playing with us. And so we streamed some Jackbox 3 for a little while. And some people actually I talk to don't know about this game. And Jackbox is like that easy little party game you can play as a group. And it doesn't require a PC. So we could get together pretty easy on Discord, within the community. And you just need a browser to log in. So you can log in on a phone. You could log in on a PC or a tablet or something like that. And you could basically do just different types of game modes. There's like a t-shirt drawing game mode. There is guess the percentages game mode. There is, I'm trying to think what else there was. A murder. It's like a murder game, but it's like different trivia. And if you get it wrong, they kill your little people.
Oh, yeah.
You try to fight your way out of it. And I'm trying to think what else there was. There was another one mode in there, but it's a lot of fun. And you can just play that as a group. And Pinpoint played with us, and he was enjoying it quite a bit. And he wanted to try to set up something too. He thought about maybe making like a banner for the Facebook group, and we set up a game night here coming up sometime soon.
Yeah,
is that the one where I came into Twitch and then I was just kind of doing my answers from there since I didn't log in the browser?
Mm-hmm.
I was a little late to join in that.
Yeah, Gunny is a little late to join us.
Yeah, I actually played some of that with Clint one time, and that's Vengeful Jedi. I played some with him, and it was actually pretty legit. And like there was a few times where he gave me the control of the game. He's like, "All right, Jesus, you're gonna run the game," and then boom, like he gave me control, and I was on my phone. I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like,
he does stream that periodically.
He's like, you run the game now, and I'm like, what the fuck you mean I run the game? He's like, you're like the admin or something, and pretty much you can like run the game on your phone and just on your tablet or whatever, and just all you have to do is be logged into a browser and be watching the stream, and it fucking works. I mean, and then it'll be like, well, yeah, we were playing that murder game, and it's like, oh, like this fucking fact or whatever, like somebody needs to write something real quick, and then you gotta like write the answer.
Yeah, there was one where like if you. They'll ask you a question. If you get the question wrong, everybody gets it wrong, has to go into like a murder round, and you'll die if you lose the round. And so whoever gets it wrong and puts them against each other, and it'll say you have to solve as many math problems within this time limit. And so the person that loses is the person that dies.
So you have to get like trivia, right? Like, what the fuck? Or like it'll be like, if Sally had 3 apples and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
How many did Bob have? It's like, what the fuck?
Right.
But yeah, it's good stuff. So we enjoyed that a little bit. Maybe again.
We should play that. We should play that sometime, man. We could play it all together. Why not? We do this podcast all the fucking time for 3 hours.
Discord.
Yeah, we could set up a Discord night and get some people from the community in Discord.
Let's do it tonight. Let's just fucking get on there, start streaming, and people will join eventually.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can put a post up on Discord and do it tonight.
Just be like, hey, let's do a fucking 2 hours of Jackbox on the fucking Discord. Join us. I mean, especially right now with all this corona shit and everyone in quarantine, everyone's fucking bored. Like get people and their families, like, hey, get your fucking family together and join HGP for a fucking game night, Like, how many people can be on there? Like
I was going to say it's up to 8 players, I think you can have.
So 8 people, that's like, we can all be, all 3 of us, and then 5 more people. That's...
Yeah, I know Pinpoint wants to play again, so I know Pinpoint will play, and maybe his wife even played with. After he played, I was listening to GF&G this week. We had played together, and he was telling his wife about it, and he ended up, I think, getting one, or there's one on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And so they ended up playing that one, just him and his wife.
Yeah.
And they enjoyed that.
Yeah,
so.
Jackbox.
It's definitely a game for gamers and non-gamers.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's so easy. It's on a tablet, and someone's going to be like, draw a cat.
Yeah.
They'll be like, vote which one looks like the best cat. And, and like everyone's voting. And then whoever gets the least amount of votes fucking dies. It's like, fuck, I lost. But I love that game, dude. That game is fucking dope, especially, like I said, because it's so easy. You could be on your phone or on your PC and on a fucking watching the stream on one screen or whatever, and then fucking on a tablet or your phone on the other hand, and just
you can put your
boom.
You can
We
crop
could stream it right to the
browser
Discord channel
window.
also. So,
Yeah.
like, you don't even need to use Twitch. We could just put it right in the Discord.
And right now that it's boosted, it's gonna give a better quality and all. So fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it
All right, let's plan for it. But,
tonight.
besides that, what's that?
tonight.
Yes,
Everyone
tonight.
listening to this is like, "What the fuck, guys? This is the fuck."
But yeah, besides that, I did play some Xbox. My new ex I have, Pinpoint over there was talking me into playing some different games, and he talked me into playing some Halo 5. I think it's called like Warzone, where it's just kind of like a big open PvE. You go in there and you have a couple of objectives. They have like 4 objectives you have to do, and you just go in there and you just shoot, the computer controlled enemies, and you have to like kill so many of a certain enemy, or you have to kill like 4 bosses or something like that, and it's all within a time limit. So you just work with 7 other people, so it's a group of 8, and you go in there and you just try to kill as much as you can as fast as you can, basically. We played that for a little while. I can't remember, Gunny, did you join us in that for that one?
No, I thought
Warfront?
I thought when I joined, you guys were playing the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, so then after that, once Gunny had joined us, we decided to play the campaign as 4-player co-op, and so we did a little bit of the campaign as a group. It was Pinpoint, Gunny, Johnny Don't, and myself, and so we was able to grind through that for a little while. And I think at one point in time we kind of all wiped in a spot, and so we decided to switch games. Gunny had to leave, and Pinpoint roped me into playing Jesus' favorite game, which is Gears of War 5, the Horde mode.
That's when I came back.
Oh, fuck,
Yeah, so then Gunny came back. We played like 1 or 2 rounds of the Horde mode, and I never really played the Horde mode, so I didn't really know what I was doing, so I just let them guys build. I know Gunny was a builder, and I just was going to be the damage guy. I'm like, okay, I'll just pick a character that does damage and just shoot everything that moves, and that was my role, so it was pretty simple for me. But I don't know if Gunny has more to elaborate on the game or not, but...
Well, just the fact that we played on baby mode each round of Gears of War Horde.
And that was Pinpoint's doing, or your doing. That was not my doing.
No. So that was Pinpoint, but because I told him, I'm like, if he puts it on difficult or extreme or whatever, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking quit, man. No,
Gunny, you quit in a baby mode or a difficult mode or normal?
like if you put it on insane difficulty or some shit. But I would have been down for like maybe like the second round being like medium or something. Like I would have been cool with that.
And that
like,
was I
just
can
bump
say
it up a little bit.
I was really bad. My aiming was really bad with the controller. I'm still trying to get used to trying to aim with the thumbstick because I'm not very good at doing that yet. I'm so much more used to mouse and keyboard that my aim is so much worse with the controller. But we made that effort.
Is Halo 5 not on? Yeah, I was just thinking if it was. Well, here's the thing, man. Could you hook up a mouse and keyboard to your Xbox? I've
Yes,
never
you
even
can,
tried it, but
you can because my son does. He's hooked up to his mouse and keyboard. We have an extra mouse and keyboard here, and he has them hooked up, and he keeps them up in his room. He made a little desk up there, and so when he takes the Xbox to his room, he puts the mouse and keyboard onto it. But I think it's only certain games in particular that support mouse and keyboard, and I don't know what all those games are. So without having the list pulled up in front of me or anything like that, I don't know how much of it isn't. But he did say there is a little bit of a delay with the mouse, probably because it's used in some kind of emulation, probably. So he said there's a little bit of lag with the mouse. It's not quite as responsive as he would wish, but it does work, he said. I know he's done a little bit of Fortnite that way with mouse and keyboard on it. But like Jesus, I ended up started playing some Call of Duty this weekend. I had some time free, and I played a lot of Call of Duty over the weekend, and I was only like level 55 or something dumb like that, and I think I ended up at like level 75 in like a day or two. So I ended up playing quite a bit, but also taking advantage of that double XP for the weapons and your character and stuff too. So it's kind of gaining a lot of weapon levels and everything else from what I've been using, getting some unlocks for them. And That's pretty much everything for Call of Duty. And Jesus, I finally broke down and got the time to play Moss in VR. And this game is a pretty polished platformer in VR. Again, I think platformers look really good in VR. There's something neat about them, like looking down on the map as you can kind of see the area from above and controlling a character running around. It's really neat. It gives you like a neat perspective. It gives you that full 3D look and feel, like you're just really there looking down on top of it. And what Moss does really good is, I think, is letting you interact as like this big giant silent being looking down. So you control the mouse, and he has like a little sword, and he can slash and attack and stuff like that. But you can, as you're looking down, there's like puzzles you'll have to interact with. And so there's like a thing in the ground, and it has like a handle on it, and you'll have to reach down and grab it, and you pull it up out of the ground, and it makes like a platform. And that way you can make your little mouse character run up on this platform. But you can also grab it and spin it. So you have to like turn stuff certain ways to make it interact correctly to help solve the puzzles. And there's a lot of stuff like you got to pull these big blocks across the map for the little mouse so he can jump against certain gaps and cover certain ways. And that's pretty much the gist of the game so far. I mean, it has a little story. You're trying to track down your uncle because you had found a thing and he went to go investigate something. And so you're just trying to track him down. And so you leave the house and you kind of are following this little sprite thing. And he's telling you to go this way and you go that way. And you're going through this like marsh and you have to go through this old castle. And it has all these little puzzles and stuff you're trying to solve. And it was actually pretty addictive. Like I probably put 4 hours in it straight in VR. And I didn't even really want to quit, but I kind of had to get going at that point in time of the day. But then like a typical VR game, it seems like once I get away from it, it's not as easy to get back into it. And I know you said before, Jesus, is like, you don't play it for a while and you have it put up and you're like, oh, I should play VR. And then you put on the VR and you're like, why do I not play this? This is so cool. And so that's kind of the effect I had. I thought that it was really cool.
That happens all the time. Every single time I play VR, I'm like, this is the best type of game I've ever played in my life. Wow, I'm in the game. And then I play like a few hours and I'm like, all right, this is tiring. I need to take this shit off. This is too tiring for me. I need to take this off. And then I take it off.
I have to interact. Right.
Yeah.
No. I think we might have lost a Gunny. I think. I got a message saying his internet went down, so.
Gunny died.
Oh. Gunny's got
martial laws in effect in California now. Oh, no, Gunny. Poor Gunny. He'll be back. Oh, my God. Dude, I'm looking at...
quickly.
Oh, man. I got to talk about this later because I'm looking at pictures of something right now about saying it looks amazing, but we'll talk about it later.
Well, it was bad timing for us to lose Gunny because that's pretty much what I've played. I can't think of anything else. I thought about playing again a little bit more Moss. Like I said, I was really enjoying it. I've been watching some streams of trying to get a Valorant key. We'll see what happens there. My son really wants to check it out since it's a lot like CSGO, and he's a big CSGO fan. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Nice. I kind of want to check out Valorant, but at the same time, there's so many fucking games that I don't want to play a free game. You know, like...
Right.
Call of Duty is my shooter this year. Like, at this point, like, that's just it. Like, I don't want to deal with another shooter. I'm really hoping this fall... I don't know if it's going to happen or not at this point, but I'm hoping that this fall, we get a new Battlefield, and we get a modern Battlefield, man. Like... I know the PC community wants a new Battlefield, and I know that Battlefield, Battlefield 1, which is the World War one, BF1, that one was kind of well received, but then at the same time, people got tired of it, like I did. And then Battlefield 5, the World War II one, I mean, I played it for a bit, dude, and then I lost interest real quick. Like, on the PC, I didn't even buy it. Like, I think I played it maybe once on the PC because that's how lame like the World War II setting seems to me. Like I don't know, we've played so many World War II games that like it's like like we've seen everything in the World War II era. Like we've seen movies. Like we've seen movies. You know, I learned about it in school. We played it in the Medal of Honors. You know, like all this shit's been done. Like yes, you can do it again, but like unless somebody does it to like where it's super gory or like super realistic, it's not gonna be anything that we have not seen. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing I can think of that somebody could do that'll make it to where everyone's like, oh shit, this is a fucking crazy game. It's like if somebody makes a game that's a World War II game that's super gory, just like fucking limbs being blown off and like crazy ray tracing and crazy graphics. But if it's not that, like wait a minute, the new Battlefield has ray tracing, so like even that, you know, like you're just not gonna see it. It's not gonna be good. Like,
I found myself playing Battlefront more than Battlefield, you know, and that game's older. And I have more fun playing that game than I do Battlefield. Even though they're the same kind of game, you know, it's just basically Battlefront's reskinned Battlefield, except for Star Wars, you know?
Yep.
But it just has a better appeal to it. Like, it's funner, or more fun, I guess you used the word, but...
No, I agree, and I loved Battlefield 4, dude. Like, if you look at my playtime on 360 for Battlefield 3, and then you look at the playtime for Battlefield 4, it's ridiculous how many more hours I've had into those games than I had into Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 put together. So like I'm really fucking hoping that this year we get a new Battlefield. I don't know if we will though. With this whole Corona thing, and this doesn't end soon, I can see EA making some excuse like saying, "Oh, because of our quarantines or whatever, we couldn't get the game out in time or whatever the fuck."
I haven't really heard much of anything about a Battlefield at all.
And that's what I'm hoping. Like something happens where, like, come on, man, like we just get a crazy cool teaser this year, or like this summer, you know, like start dropping the info again. Like all you gotta do is put a teaser out and like release a cool looking trailer and be like Battlefield whatever, the Battlefield 6, and call it Modern Combat or something. I don't know, you know. We just need something modern and something cool. Like make it where like America's fighting China or something, you know, or like something cool, you know. Have fucking some badass fucking modern type combat game. Because I'm tired of like the old school shit, you know. And Call of Duty's cool, but Call of Duty will never be Battlefield. You know, like as much as I love Call of Duty, if there was a Battlefield that was modern combat right now and looked as good as Call of Duty and had the destruction and the ray tracing and all that shit.
Yeah, especially with like the destruction of the environment, you know, how the buildings just come tumbling down when you shoot, you know, running with the tank and stuff like that.
Awesome. When like somebody's hiding in a building and you're like, fuck you, man, I'm running this tank through that fucking building. You know, you just
there's no camping here.
Yeah, you just drive the tank right through the whole building and just fucking run him over. Like that's the best feeling ever when somebody's like, or like for example, like say like your team is pinned down and all of a sudden you roll up in a tank and you help your whole team out, you know, and then, you know, your whole team is able to push forward. Like those are Battlefield moments that you could just never have in Call of Duty. I remember so many times playing Battlefield 4 where like, you know, I'll be flying a jet or a helicopter and all of a sudden I see my team being pinned down by a tank and I just come through and fucking light up the tank and we just destroy them. And everyone was like, fuck yeah, everyone's all happy and shit because, you know, you helped them out and shit like that is cool.
Yeah, and it's cool how you can do the loadouts too, where you would have like a tank buster loadout, you know, because if you knew you had like a tank causing a problem or something like that, you could spawn with the tank buster loadout and you could go in there and you could take it out and you had like the rocket launcher or whatever, you know, or you could put like a sticky mines on it or whatever and blow it up.
Hell yeah. So I loved all that shit and I miss that. I miss the Call of Duty. I miss all those maps. I miss one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty was the Gulf of Oman. I fucking love that map, especially when the sandstorm came in. That map was amazing, dude. I fucking
Call of Duty or Battlefront? Or Battlefield?
Battlefield.
Yeah.
And then what other map on Battlefield? There was another one, Caspian Border. I fucking love that map. Like all those maps were so fucking good, you know. And when they brought them to Battlefield 4, they were amazing. I just wish like we had some new fucking Battlefield with destruction and everything, man. They just need to do it. I just hope that they're not like, oh, now we're doing Battlefield Vietnam. Like, fuck you, man. Like, I want modern combat, you know? But anyways, I mean, that's all we have, really. Gunny's not back yet, so So what's going on?
Maybe we'll work on it in the news and.
Oh, wait, Gunny's back online. Oh, no, it's not. It's show him online. Oh, he's still down. Internet's down for Gunny, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. Well, it's news time. Let's get into
That's how Gunny does it.
breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Mayo. We got some breaking news, Mayo. Coronavirus updates 2020. This week, ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing you some updates. So, in the United States, the cases are now up to 761,183, with 40,000 deaths and 67,000 recovered. Worldwide, cases have jumped to over 2,382,064 cases, with 165,000 deaths worldwide and 611,000 people recovered, over 611,000. That's a big jump. Wasn't it last week like 1 million something cases worldwide, and now it's 2 million?
I honestly don't remember. I don't pay that much attention to the numbers.
Man,
So
that shit was
I hear
nuts.
them, and I think that's a lot, but I don't look at what it was.
No, it was nuts.
Last week or
Oh, it was a lot. Like last week, it was 30-something thousand deaths for the U.S. and it went up 7,000 or whatever. So at least it didn't go up that much, but still 7,000 people died in a week. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, we got virus update. Mayo has been exposed, ladies and gentlemen. He's been exposed to the virus. We got a possible coronavirus patient on the show right now.
No, I wouldn't say that so much, but it has been a positive person identified at my work.
Oh.
And some of the other workers I worked with were in contact with this person, so they put them people on the whole 2-week, quarantine, for 14 days. I am not one of them, but what I went ahead and decided to do, since I have a son at home that is high risk with asthma and allergies and stuff like that, I went ahead and just took off 2 weeks of vacation time. So I just last minute, I'm like, I'm just going to steer clear, let them get the place cleaned up again, let them clean everything and spray everything down and just stay home for 2 weeks. So more video game time for Mayo this next 2 weeks and all that. But yeah, so there's just, but it's bound to happen. We have 600 employees. That's where I'm at. People. So,
yeah.
So, and we come from all different area around central Ohio. So we have guys that come from an hour north, an hour west, an hour east, central Ohio, an hour from the south, so we have a wide amount of counties that people come from too. So yeah, it was kind of just bound to happen. I figure, but I'm sure work is taking care of things. I know they said they were cleaning things and they were spraying stuff down and all that kind of stuff. And they have a cleaning crew and they're all the time cleaning now and all that. But just to be on the safe side, I just figured I'd give them some time and take 2 weeks of vacation and take some time off.
Good shit, man. Well, I hope everything works out. I mean, that's nuts. That's scary.
Yeah, it is crazy. And when you start realizing it's in your area, you think about it a little more, or you think okay, somebody you worked around has it, so then you're like, oh, well, okay, now the odds just kind of changed for me because you don't hear about it, but now it's in my work, so now my odds, I'm like, okay, so definitely just taking a step back from work though.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing around the country, nationwide, even right now, I'm looking at news outlets live on Facebook, where people are now protesting to get the states reopened. Holy shit.
And people are getting tired of getting home, I guess.
And I knew this was going to happen. Well, it's not that, man. You know what it is? People got that $1,200 check and they're realizing $1,200 is not enough. It's not enough to live on the rest of the year. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, $1,200 is not a lot of money, and I feel bad for the people out there that are struggling, and it sucks. But at the same time, I understand when the states are shut down. But at the same time, I also understand why the people are fucking pissed off and are out there protesting to get reopened. But what can you do, right? At this point, like,
my wife and I were talking about that, and we don't know because I know Ohio. They said beginning of next month they was going to kind of reopen the state, but we didn't know if that involved like restaurants or if it's just small businesses. Because restaurants are a different story. I think because you have a waiter waiting on you that's right there. You have people handling your food and stuff. So I feel like that's a different situation. But maybe for us, GameStops and video game stores and Best Buy, if they start using precautions like some places like Walmart's and Myers do, maybe all that kind of stuff start opening back up maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So we'll see. Because, I mean, yeah, grocery stores have been open. Everything, fast food has been open and drive-through. So I wonder if they mean, like, you're right, like sit down in a restaurant might be difficult, but I think that small business they should be able to reopen. I mean,
yeah, I think if they just,
everyone, as long as everyone wears masks and washes their hands and gloves and all that bullshit, hand sanitizer everywhere, I think we'll be mostly fine. I don't know. I mean, as long as schools don't open where because kids don't give a fuck, dude. Kids don't wash their hands. Kids don't fucking touch their face. They eat their boogers, whatever the fuck. They don't give a shit. They're out there doing whatever. They're playing in dirt and shit. They don't give a fuck. And then they're the ones that little fuckers are spread germs everywhere. So schools are closed for the rest of the year. And I see people, man. People are struggling, man. Like there's people out here that are not making money, dude. They're struggling to get unemployment. And it's ridiculous, dude. And so I totally get it. It sucks.
Yeah, so do I. I know one place that I have been to myself that does it right is my local Micro Center, and that's like my favorite store. Even over Best Buy and all that stuff, I just absolutely love Micro Center. It's my Steam of department stores. I go there and it has all the PC parts I ever want and a bunch of just different stuff, and they stay open because of people staying at home doing stuff for their computers and all that kind of stuff, so they can stay open. But literally, Jesus, when I went to that store, there's a guy standing outside, and he asked me if I had like a computer for repairs or something like that because they didn't have anybody at the service desk to do repairs. No, I'm good. I don't have any PC to get fixed or anything like that. And then he was asking me if I was going to use cash or a card. And he's like, we can't take any cash right now. You can only use a debit card. So there was no exchanging of cash, So I'm like, okay, no problem. And he lets me in the store, and I go in the store, and there's a guy sitting in a chair with a spray bottle of sanitizer, and he sprays your hands down as soon as you walk in. And he just like drenches them. They're like dripping, and you're like shaking the sanitizer off, And then you go in there and you start shopping around the store. And at the end of every single aisle in the store, they had a container of sanitizing wipes where you could wipe your hands off after looking at product and stuff. So again, after all that, go to checkout. I go to the checkout. The space between the checkouts are like 10 feet apart between you and the next person in line. And then when you get to the checkout, they had like probably a 10-foot by 6-foot piece of plexiglass between you and the checkout person, and you would just slide your product underneath it, almost like you were at a bank, and they would ring it up and they would slide it back out to you, and you had to pay with your debit card. And then they had another thing of sanitation wipes right there to wipe down your hands or the debit, card machine as you put your PIN in, and then you would just walk out the door. And it was really organized and really done well compared to like Best Buy, like where I'm at is. The only thing they do is do curbside pickup. You can order it online, and then you just come and show up, and they bring it to you, and they put it in your car. But I like to see some stuff firsthand sometimes. So I'm a little leery sometimes when I'm buying stuff right away without looking at it.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with all this shit going on, man. I mean, I hope that everything gets reopened soon, and I hope that things die down with this coronavirus bullshit. I mean. Yeah, because, the longer this shit stays closed or whatever, the more bad the economy's going to end up. And people are arguing about not paying rent and all that good stuff or whatever. Like, oh, we don't have to pay rent or anything, but they realize that, like, all that shit's going to catch up to them. Eventually, 4 months of rent is going to be due. And people are going to be, fucking realizing I cannot afford to pay 4 months of rent straight up, so they're going to be screwed. And, yeah, it's going to happen.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah. Gunny, are you there?
What's
Hello?
up, guys?
We have
you
a
hear
Gunny
me?
coming back in. He's using
What the fuck
alternative
are you
measures over
using,
here.
Gunny? What the fuck is going on? You look like a potato, Gunny.
I know. I'm actually using my cellular service here. My internet is completely down over here with Comcast.
Martial law has begun, Gunny.
I'm telling you, they shut it down. The government came in. They must have parked a military vehicle close by. I probably sound funny to you guys right now, but yeah.
You sound way
Instead of using like
different. You sound like shit, Gunny. What the fuck's going on over there?
I know this is horrible, but it's still down. I've been trying to work on it.
All right. Well, hopefully we don't lose you. Hopefully you don't cut out too badly here. Anyways, let's move on now. Talk about more news, I guess. Have you guys seen this?
Yes, some video
news?
game news.
You guys seen this? Sony has now patented
Oh,
a
yes.
new robotic companion for gaming. So, this apparently
needs a
this new patent. Yeah, the guy needs a friend. So this new patent is the latest Sony patent. Apparently, this gives you a companion. So pretty much this new companion, it's a virtual buddy that will live inside your console. And and apparently this companion will sit with you and watch you play video games. According to the patent, Sony's new robot is able to detect and respond to players as they play through a game, and they join in with happy feelings that come with completing a level or beating a boss, as well as sharing sadness with the player and the frustration of a loss.
Also, I can already picture is Gunny playing Call of Duty, and then the robot just says uninstall.
I'm shutting.
You shouldn't play this.
I'm shutting myself off. Fuck you, Gunny. I want to kill myself.
it just knocks itself off the couch.
I can't watch this.
Throws itself off the couch.
I will now uninstall myself.
I want to reboot myself. I want to forget all this shit even happened.
And please return me.
Complete wipe of my memory right now. Just do it, Gunny. Just do it. At the moment, Sony's robot company does not have a name, but from the figures, it would seem the company intends for it to be perceived as a friendly and comforting device. However, some of the device's functions, such as being able to use a language recognition to determine the emotional state of its owner, can come off as slightly creepy. But this would not be the first time that fans have been worried about a new Sony technology, seeing as how many were concerned by the DualSense's features. What's the DualSense's features here? So let's look at this new DualSense feature people were worried about. So this feature that people were worried about was the microphone being in the controller for the PlayStation. Everyone's assuming that PlayStation is going to be listening in on people, which I don't doubt it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I remember this
It'll
debate
happen.
back when they had the Xbox with the Kinect. Remember when they were
Oh,
talking about that forever? When
Kinect's going to listen in on us. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did watch you. I think somebody ended up... I thought... What was it? I saw a news article a few years ago. Was it a couple years ago or a year ago? That said that Microsoft did in fact take pictures of your room or your living room. Like they were able to watch you and take pictures of the room that you were in when you were using the Kinect. So they did do that. Even though they denied it the whole time. They're like, yeah, we did that. Yeah, we took videos and shit. Like, yeah, it happened. But whatever.
Yeah, the truth came out after they, from some of the it was like third-party developers were like, of course we did. We got screenshots, pictures, videos. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, moving on to more news, more Sony news. Sony is now making fewer PlayStation 5s and they're struggling with the price. The company has now planned to make less PlayStation 4s or PlayStation 5s than before. So, from November 2013 to March 2014, when the PS4 came out, that's the first 2 quarters, the PlayStation 4 sold 7.5 million units. Apparently, due to the pandemic, of the COVID-19, Sony is now saying that they're going to reduce the number of PlayStation 5s that they're going to make this fall for release. They said that the units that they're going to make will now be between 5 and 6 million consoles, which is significantly less than 7.5 million. And they expect the price to be anywhere from $499 to $549. So there you go. I mean, that's a big price jump from $399 that the PS4 was at. So.
Right. And does that change people's minds? Like, I'm not, I don't know if I'm gonna buy one right away, but that extra $100, or do you think people are just gonna buy it anyways because it's a PS5 if they can get one?
I think the people that have the money will. I don't think a lot of people are gonna have the money though. Let's be real.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say that. Yeah, I don't know. 500. I mean, it is like the next gen of piece of hardware, so that's probably what the Xbox One Series X is going to be.
Yeah, so we'll see.
No lower than 500.
Oh yeah, the Series X will be the same. They'll be 500 or 550. So
I was talking to the guys in the Discord. This was kind of my theory. I think would be the smart thing. They were talking about whether they would buy the Series 1X or the PlayStation, and I was like, "Why debate between the two? Just buy both." But what I was thinking is, why can't you just buy the Series 1X and then get Game Pass and have it bundled for loaded up for like a year of Game Pass, and then just play all the free games in there instead of buying games that you would normally be buying. You save that money and then you buy the PlayStation 5. 6 months down the road, and then you have both systems.
Because not every game comes to Game Pass?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you'd still have something to play for quite a while, and you wouldn't have to spend a whole lot of extra money.
Yeah, but not if you're going to buy the console the year it comes out, then you're an enthusiast gamer, so that means most likely you're going to be playing all the new AAAs, which means you're going to be spending most of the money on the new AAAs, but not all AAAs are coming to Game Pass.
Right, not all of them, but your
example, Cyberpunk, all the exclusives, but that's 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Cyberpunk coming out at $60. You're thinking of, for example, you buy Rainbow Six Quarantine, that's $60. You buy the new Assassin's Creed, that's $60. You buy the new whatever the fuck, $60. These games are going to be still coming out, so I don't think that's possible. Unless you're just that only works if you're like a casual gamer that wants the new console because you want the new console.
Right. Yeah, that's just my line of thinking.
And you're just a casual fucking gamer. Like I game on my Xbox once a week, maybe once a month, then yeah, that'll work. But if you're a gamer that games a lot and you buy a new console, you want it for the features and shit. You're gonna want the new games, so yeah. I don't see that.
I'm thinking of maybe some hardcore gamers who are loyal to the brand, such as the PS4, and let's say whatever percentage of those gamers are going to get the PS5, be able to actually get that day one or what have you. But there are going to be other ones that are going to be hating on PlayStation and I couldn't get a new one, but ultimately, yeah, they could probably just keep playing the same games on the PS4. They'll just unfortunately have to wait, for it to be available again.
So now this can be a situation where this whole thing that Sony's only making 5 to 6 million consoles can really help out Microsoft.
Absolutely.
Microsoft has the money to make consoles and to manufacture them, but at the same time, this can also make Nintendo but PS4 or PS5 look like Nintendo in terms of rarity and value, where people are like, holy shit, that thing is so badass that it's sold out everywhere that I really want one.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have people wanting the PS5 more than the Xbox because you just simply cannot get one, where an Xbox you can just get anywhere. Like, I could just go to the store and buy an Xbox Series X. Fuck that shit. I don't want that piece of shit. I want the console that nobody can get, which is the PS5. It's kind of like the Nintendo Switch. You can't get one right now, and people want them. But you can't get them, and people still want them. And so like...
But then again, thinking to November... But let's back up a little bit with Call of Duty, for example. As far as I know, they still have, the licensing rights PlayStation still does as far as like advertising and stuff like that. But then again, when the Xbox Series One X comes out, it's going to be promoting that Cyberpunk 2077, and that's going to help out a lot. Where even like people wanting PlayStations are going to be like, well, I can play Cyberpunk. They're just going to go ahead and probably just grab that Series X.
I don't know.
If they, especially if Microsoft makes it too easy for them to get it.
No. Not if Sony tells people, oh, just wait. We will ship more units next month. People keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting.
Yeah,
and people will keep waiting and keep waiting, and they will save their money. They'll be like, no, fuck that. I ain't been wasting my money on an Xbox. I want the new PS5 because I want to play the new Last of Us on there. And I personally think they're going to bundle I think when the PS5 comes out, The Last of Us 2 will be a pack-in game with it. Because it's $560 or $550 or whatever the fuck it is. Why not give away The Last of Us 2 with it? Might as well, or it'll sell the console, dude. Gunny, mute yourself, motherfucker. Anyways.
Muting.
Move on now to more news. Valve Steam controller has never quite caught on, but there's a new patent, Mayo.
Yes.
This new patent, which Tyler McVicker, who the fuck is Tyler McVicker?
I'm not sure.
Who the fuck that is? they name him on his article.
He's in the know.
Tyler. Everyone knows Tyler McVicker, that guy. He posted on his Twitter account Saturday. This apparently specifies that Valve's controller will now feature swappable control surfaces. So yeah.
Sounds familiar.
So this apparently is going to have features like the Xbox Elite, which features a swappable D-pad and thumbsticks. So this apparently says that Valve's new Steam controller, which apparently they're making, will feature the same. So people can pop out the trackpads and replace them with thumbsticks or whatever, which will be much better, I think, than those little, whatever the fuck you call those things that they have now. The disc things. Also, this new controller is going to be able to detect the different types of controls when they're attached, so allowing it to process the different inputs. And also, this controller is going to have a backplate. So this is going to have rear paddles or whatever. And you can swap those out. But yeah, what do you think, Mel? You think this will be a better hit this time around?
It would definitely have to get rid of the flat haptic, touchpad type feels. I mean, you probably agree with me. That's probably the worst thing on it is it just didn't have that analog stick on it. And if it would have had an analog stick, it would have been a completely fine, usable controller in my mind. It just that flat surface on both sides. It just it doesn't feel right. It didn't feel natural to me. Mm-hmm. And it might be okay with something that you use like an RTS game, like a top-down strategy game.
Yeah.
It was fine. But when it come to like wanting to play a shooter or anything like that, it just didn't feel right at all.
No, yeah, I tried using it on a shooter like Call of Duty, man, and it's so hard. It's so fucking hard. You just can't. You fucking can't. I mean, it's ridiculous. So yeah, to me, looking at the patent drawing, it looks like the same controller, the last one. But the only difference is that where the D-pad is, you can swap that out with the thumbstick, which I guess, but personally, I think that they should get rid of those stupid fucking trackpad bullshits. But yeah, we'll see. Valve's new controller. Hopefully they make it good. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on to more news. Call of Duty is now getting rid of it's banning their cheaters. Is what they're doing. They've banned over 70,000 cheaters already, and now they're gonna ban more. They said apparently people are just cheating left and right on the PC version of the game with aimbots and stuff, and that's a problem. That now the console gamers are turning against Call of Duty, saying that why the fuck did they add crossplay as a thing that was enabled? Because originally it was touted as a great thing, but now they're saying that the fucking PC master racers are ruining everything because they're cheating too much. And all they do is cheat.
Have you ever played this on the mobile side? Call of Duty?
Yeah. I have not.
Yeah. I played a little bit of it. It's the same. But, oh yeah, and this is apparently on mobile too. They're going to remove cheaters on mobile as well. People are cheating on the mobile.
Good. I'm glad they continue to keep at it. Where before they used to not be so great at banning cheaters some years ago.
Yeah. Whatever. Moving on to more news. No one cares. No one cares about this news. Moving on to more news, guys. Minecraft with ray tracing is fucking breathtaking, and it is. Have you seen videos or pictures of this? Like, dude, it looks insane.
Yeah, it does look incredible.
How much better it looks with ray tracing on. It is ridiculous how much better it looks, guys. Like, just go watch a video with ray tracing on. I didn't think
blocks could look so good.
With ray tracing on, and like, there's a cool video they made where they build this whole city thing or whatever, and they have ray tracing on, and then they turn it off, and everything goes dim and dull looking. And then they turn it back on, and everything looks all bright and shiny and beautiful looking, and looks neon-y, and it looks fucking sick.
But badass. Jesus, with your 2080, how much have you used ray tracing, or you just leave it off?
Oh no, I use it quite a bit. Actually, in Call of Duty, I use it playing the multiplayer.
And what do you think? Did you notice a big difference in Call of Duty, or?
Oh yeah. So yeah, even in the multiplayer, I noticed a big difference. Even the other day, I was playing, because I was playing with it off for the longest time, and I was like, you know what, like, even with it on, I'm still getting like 100 frames a second. Why the fuck am I turning this off?
Is that a 1440? Because I'm curious, because I actually am thinking about picking up a 2080 Super. Yeah. So I'm kind of debating.
Yeah, it's 1440, and yeah, so yeah, and that's everything on Ultra as well. So like everything's maxed out or whatever. So you're still getting 100 frames, you know. So I'm like, I'm good with that, you know. And there's it never drops below like 98. Like, literally, it's always 98 or 100 or a little bit up past that. In some maps, it's even 120 frames with RTX on. Yeah. But there was a map the other day, I think it was the cave map, and, like, it was the intro, you know, like the intro where the helicopter's flying in or whatever, and it's like, like, I don't even know, I wasn't paying attention to it or something, and then, like I was looking away from it, looking at my phone, and I look up, and I'm like, holy shit, that looks amazing. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I look at it, I'm like, oh, is this map? And I'm like, why the fuck does it look so good? And I was like, do I have ray tracing on? And I went to my settings real quick, and sure enough, it says ray tracing was enabled. But it made such a difference on that map. Like, just the intro, like, it looked fucking incredible. It looked like a movie. It looked like real. It looked like it was like a fucking movie or something. I was like, this looks insane, dude. But yeah, the ray tracing, the lighting just looks more natural. It looks realistic. It has a natural, like, bounce and shadows, and everything looks real. Like, the lighting just looks real. You know what I mean? That's the main difference between ray tracing and ray tracing off. Mm-hmm. Is all the lights and the light sources, like lamps or like the sun shining through a window. It's going to look more real when you have it on than where you have it off. Where you have it off, it looks like fake, like they draw the light on or something. Like, it's fucking weird, you know? But with it on, it's like the game knows where the light is coming from, and it just naturally sources it through there or something. It's fucking weird.
Nice.
But I was even debating the other day. I was like thinking, what should I buy another game that has ray tracing? Like I was even trying to Google, like, what games have ray tracing, because I just want to buy a game.
Have you gone back to Control and tried Control with ray tracing?
I haven't gone back to it yet. I should really go back to it, huh?
Even though it's indoors, it would still look pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Tons of lighting in that game.
I should go back to that game and check it out again. But yeah, I think another game that has it is like Hitman. Another game that has it is Battlefield. There's a few other games that do have it where, like,
Metro.
Like Metro, like, I've been thinking, should I go buy one of these games and like just try to check it out and see what the fuck it's like? But like,
or
really,
try go back to what was it? The Bethesda game, the shooter, Wolfenstein.
Youngblood.
Yeah, the Youngblood had ray tracing in the new one.
Oh, I don't have that game.
Yeah, I played a little bit of that yesterday.
So yeah, there's definitely options.
Yeah. So right now there's also the ray tracing for Minecraft is only available in the Bedrock edition. That's the Windows 10 edition of the game. And it's only in a beta right now, but you can access it if you like. I might just do that. It looks so cool, man. Like literally, it makes Minecraft look like a fun game, even though I know it's the same fucking game as before, but it just looks better. You know, it looks way better. So
I would think the Bedrock edition would be the actual the .com edition from Mojang.
oh, is it? Well, I don't know.
I believe so, because that's the one that my kid always wants me to play.
Oh, so it must be that.
But it could be the Windows 10 version as well.
But it says Windows 10 Bedrock edition.
Okay, never mind. But I would check the actual website itself first before going there to see if it's available there.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to more news. What the fuck's going on here? Oh, let's talk about GameStop. GameStop is having a discounted sale right now, ladies and gentlemen. You can buy a pre-owned Xbox One X Mayo for $300.
Yeah.
But it's now 23% off, so it's $230 at GameStop. A PS4 Pro is 32% off at $270 at GameStop. There's Resident Evil Triple Pack. This comes for the Nintendo Switch, which is now $40 at Game Pass. And a few other notable things, like, for example, Borderlands 3 is now $20 at GameStop. And the Nintendo Labo is $25 at GameStop. Fucking Nintendo Labo.
Give me a Labo. Jesus, get that.
God. I should go get a Labo, huh? Make some cardboard. Make some things out of cardboard.
I want to see you stream it, though. You have to stream putting it together if you get one. And then you have to stream using it.
Oh, my God, dude. I wouldn't be able to. I'd get frustrated doing that shit. It sounds so boring.
Yeah, the only thing I see on here is like, there's a new GTA in development, but we knew that. We knew that already.
They've been making one since the last GTA.
Coming in a few years.
Yeah, they've been,
a couple of years.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Then it'll be Red Dead in 8 years.
Yeah. So.
They only make 2 games.
Oh, let's talk about our friend Jason Schreier.
I heard he's leaving or has left.
Yeah, he's left Kotaku.
Ooh, Kotaku just became a little more tolerable.
Yeah, he left Kotaku. This used to be privately owned by private equity Geo Media, or it's owned by private equity Geo Media since 2019, when it was sold by Univision. So this was sold by Univision under the Gawker banner.
Univision. Channel 14.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's leaving. I wonder where he's gonna go. I think IGN probably. What do you think? What do you say, Gunny?
You know what? So
I say IGN.
Here's what I say. I think he's going to go do his own thing and get a bunch of Patreons. I've seen other people do that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah, I think
he can go start his own podcast, make his own Twitch channel.
I did see a reference that he was starting a new podcast, and it was similar to one that he does now, that he's on now. So they said it was going to be a lot like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a
I'm
podcast
sure once,
coming out.
he's made a name for himself, and he can kind of create his own thing.
Anyways.
That's the way things are going now.
Yeah, I guess. Everyone's just copying HGP and making Patreons and shit.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why are they doing that?
What the fuck, Gunny? Why is everyone copying us?
I know.
What else do we have for news? Oh, I don't know. Well, that's it. That's all we have for news. There's no more news.
I know that's about it. There's not much
so
going on.
quiet
There's
right now with
there's a
nothing new
90s inspired
coming out.
retro.
Right now is when we would start getting leaks for like E3. Like right now, this time frame, right before like May. And then May, it would really kick up in May. Like right now would be like leaks kind of starting. And then in May it would be just leaks left and right. Like, oh, the Xbox is going to announce this, and they're going to have 20 Ferraris on stage this time around, and Forza Horizon 5 is coming with fucking playable in Mexico this time or whatever, you know, like all this crazy shit, and none of that's going to happen this year.
No, nobody's making anything.
No one's going to have...
Nobody's making nothing from home.
No.
I mean, they're making it, but not announcing it.
No leaks. What's going on?
I know, no D3, man. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sucks.
No Comic Cons. Every Comic Con is canceled.
Did you guys see the Cyberpunk console for the Xbox One?
Yeah. I think that's...
Yeah.
We should be able to pre-order that tomorrow.
Really? I want to pre-order one.
So wait, is it just? Is it an S? Is it an X?
It's
an X.
It's an X. Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of weird that they're releasing it in June, right?
Yeah, I just feel like it's really late to be releasing it, and then the game's not out yet.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Is it happening? When does it actually come out? When did they say? They said it's on track.
September 17th.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that'll be weird to have it 2 or 3 months before it's released.
Look, guys, at my Cyberpunk edition Xbox that doesn't have Cyberpunk yet.
Yeah.
know?
Fuck you. I'm gonna have it mail, you motherfucker.
Well, you do that.
I will. I wonder how much you think it's gonna be.
Well, with the new ones being $2.99 bundled, I bet $3.99 or $4.99.
Yeah,
I bet they're gonna
$3.99.
sticker price you to death because you get the Cyberpunk version.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order one and then I'm gonna keep it in the box and resell it for $1,000. What's up, Mayo? Oh, you like my idea, huh?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
Make 4 of them. Make 4 different accounts. Order 4.
order 4 of them.
while you're at it, you should order yourself a PlayStation 5 and do the same thing because since it's gonna be limited.
You know what? I should pre-order 2 PS5s and then resell one and then pay for the other. Resell one and pay for my PS5 with the one that I resell.
That's a good idea. You can sell one for $1,000 on eBay.
Yeah, and then you got a free PS5.
Right.
Ideas, man. Ideas. But yeah, this is coming out in June, ahead of the game. So it comes with custom paneling, super glow-in-the-dark paint. Glow-in-the-dark paint, motherfucker.
Shit.
A custom controller, as well as the game, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. Oh my god. 1 terabyte, mail. What would I do with all that space?
I don't know, because you know what? My poor little Xbox One X is already like 90% full. So, all because I blame Pinpoint. He's like, download the, I think it was Halo 5, right? So, I downloaded Halo 5. And then he was like, download Gears of War 5, so I downloaded Gears of War 5. And then my son wanted the NBA 2K20, which was like a huge game. It was like 80 gigabyte.
Oh my god!
And then so what's my son do? He says, "Dad, we should play Halo together, couch co-op against each other." And so he wanted me to download the Master Chief Collection, and that was only 120 gigabyte, And then I have Star Wars on there, and then I have another the Ghost Recon Breakpoint on there. And next thing I know, my hard drive is like 90% full already.
Damn. Well, fuck.
That quick.
That sucks. Anyways, Gunny.
Yes.
What time is it?
It's console corner time because I missed part of the show because my internet went down, damn it.
Damn, yep. That sucks.
So let me just... Hey, but before we do that, there is one game I wanted to talk about that I did purchase yesterday.
Oh.
And it's been on my Steam wish list for the longest time, and I finally picked it up.
What game
And
is
that's called
this?
Northgard Conquest.
What the fuck is this, Gunny? What is...
This is like a top-down isometric.
Oh my god.
You play as a team of Vikings in the Norse mythology world of things. And it's more like not a city building, but you do build like different like you'll build like an army barracks and hunter's lodge, things like that for, and then just explore, open up new areas.
Oh, I saw this on sale the other day. It was recommended for me, but I didn't.
Yeah, I recommend. I think you might be able to get into it, and so yeah, I only got to play 30 minutes before we started recording, and it does give a few options, like in the beginning, where depending on which clan you choose. So the clan that I chose, I can't even pronounce it, but it starts off with, like a certain amount of food, wood, and crowns, like your coins, different supplies, and then you'll have like one relic. So, for example, the relic might be where, since you're the war chief, you decolonize a different zone, because you start off in one zone. You can then open up different other zones. Like, it's just like not a grid, but it's just an area. You can actually see them when you first start the game, and so you assign different people to, for example, if you want them to be in the military, or they could be woodcutters or farmers or things like that. But so far it's pretty cool. I'm already hooked on it. I knew I wanted to play this, and yeah, I can't wait to play more of it. So I'm gonna be playing this for a while, I hope. But I know I've already unlocked like 3 different areas, and I can already see where I have different scouts that go to other areas and can potentially unlock them using things like you'll use like food to unlock areas, which is kind of weird, but open up trading posts to trade with different areas. And some of the enemies are larger, so I'm just trying to get to where they are so I can conquer them and basically take that area over. So yeah, I'll talk more about it next week and further I get into the game.
So is this like a conquer? What is this, a strategy game? What is this?
I'd say it's more strategy than anything, rather than building, because right now, like, I can only put down like 4 different buildings, and that can include like a farm and a military outpost. And there are other ways to upgrade it, but I haven't figured it out. I probably need to go watch some YouTube video or something to figure out how I can, because I feel like I'm almost like a point where I'm stuck. I'm like, okay, I need more people in the army, but I can only recruit 2 people into the post, But yeah, it's definitely got that progression system. I can't advance people any further. They probably don't want me to. Mm-hmm. So, because the weird thing about it is where you've got kind of your home base thing, and that's the thing that's producing like the number of people that pop out. Like it might be every 10 minutes or something. You'll produce like another potential soldier or farmer or what have you.
Is this game, how much is it on Steam?
I think it's 15.
15 on
I
Steam?
think that's what it was on sale. Let me just double check. Now that my internet's back up. Yeah, I think that's...
Because on the Switch is like fucking $35.
Yeah, it's $14.99. It's on sale.
Oh, I might get this. Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's normally $30, so... Yeah, I'd recommend getting it on Steam.
What do you say, Mayo?
I would say get it on Steam, of course.
Oh. Big steamer.
Ooh.
That's right. My answer is always Steam, no matter what.
Yeah. Another thing that's got Jesus is where, for example, I opened up this area just to the left of mine, which is just, you can kind of see it. It's right there. I put down a farm, and the first thing I did, I thought, okay, I'm going to be smart about this. I saw there was a couple of wolves, and I sent over a soldier. He killed the wolves, which I thought he killed both of them. So then I put down this farm, and and I put down 2 houses. Mm-hmm. One guy can build both of those houses and the farm in like a minute or a minute and a half or whatever. So I'm like, okay, assign him to that farm. You're now a farmer, buddy. But then, like, for example, something will pop up on your screen. It'll say you're under attack. It could be from a neighboring place. It doesn't actually bring you to where the actual attack is happening. I think you kind of have to see on the screen, just be mindful of where they're actually at, because like
right now it's a free weekend.
Oh, is it also a free? Yeah, I definitely recommend doing that. even that.
Played
And
for
like
free.
one of the wolves actually came over and ate my farmer. My one
What?
farmer I had in the
What?
area. I was like, son of a bitch.
So your farmer, what is he like trying? He gets food for your like villages or whatever, or what is like that's what they do? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's obviously producing food or crops or what have you. And
Yeah,
you can see it like it's got a thing at the top of the screen, shows how much food you have, how much wood.
I've been looking for a cool game like this, so I look forward to playing this. There's a new game coming out on Epic Games, on the Epic Games launcher. It's the fuck's it called? I forget what it's called, but it's made by a few people that used to work on the Sid Meier's Civilization. They used to work on that dev team. I think it was one of the main creators of Civilization games, but I think he left that studio and now he made his own studio, and it's pretty much Civilization. It's kind of like the same fucking game, but it has less civilizations. Like it only has like 6 or 8 civilizations. But the difference between this game and Civilization, this new game that they made, is it's like you play as like Caesar from the Romans, right? Like the Roman Empire. But as Caesar, you're managing your empire, but you're managing also your lineage, your dynasty, like who you marry and how you raise your children, and like your character every year, every turn is going to be a year of your life, and eventually your character is going to grow old and die, and your son becomes the new emperor of Rome or whatever. Like you dictate what laws. You'd be like, okay, like in this country we elect people, so like the new leader will be whoever's elected, or it could be your son if you say like the lineage is by blood, like the next king is whoever has royal blood or whatever the fuck, right? So you pass laws based on that, and also like they said that the traits that you left on as like the first emperor or whatever, like say you start off as Caesar, you leave those traits behind. So like say you were really all about peace, then your empire is going to be mostly about peace, and the new emperor that comes in, if he continues to be about peace, then your empire will be known for being peaceful. But if like you're a warmonger or whatever, and you like war a lot, and you go to war with everybody, then your empire will be known to be like super brutal or whatever the fuck, you know. So it'll be like harder for people to trust the new emperor, you know what I mean? So like when the new emperor comes in power and you try to make a deal with like the other countries and be like, hey, like how about we make a peace treaty or something? And they're like, fuck you. Like, after all the shit you guys done to us, you know what I mean? Like, they'll remember what your family did in the past or whatever to their families. And like, the characters will remember that, you know? Like, hey, your father betrayed my father. Like, how the fuck should I trust you, you know? And so, like, that's the new dynamic they have in this game. And also in this game, they have it where, like, each troop of soldiers, like, each army that you have on the field has unlimited moves based on how many moves you have that turn. So like each turn has a certain amount of moves you can make. And say you want to make, you know, like say you have 10 moves that you can do. You can use all those moves to move one unit. So say you have a unit that's all the way back at your capital and you need to move them to your border, and it's going to take those 10 moves. You can use your entire moves that turn to move that one unit all the way across the map. Whereas before in Civilization or whatever, like you could only move each unit one time, right? Like you can only move them once or so far or whatever. So that's what they said, that this is going to be a little bit different based on that too. So I don't know. I don't know if I should get it or not. That's like, I think they said it's like, I think it's $50 on the Epic launcher right now. It's a pre-order, so I don't even know if it's going to be a good game or not. I don't know. It's from like I said, it's from the former developer of Civilization or the creator of it or some shit like that. So I don't know. What do you think, Mayo?
Wait for reviews.
I don't know. I don't know. To me, I just rather just probably play Civilization because I already have it and I wouldn't have to need to spend the money on it. I haven't really played Civilization a whole lot, anyways. So I think for me, I would just stick with Civ 5 because I think I have Civ 4, 5, and 6, and I don't think I never even played 6 of it. And I heard that one wasn't very good in comparison, and I really enjoyed 5, so I think I would just rather stick with 5 myself. But
I say if the reviews are good, pick it up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
If you want something to cover for next week, hey, have at it, and then you can give us a good review.
Well, it's not out yet. Well, it's pre-order.
Well, when it comes out, yeah. When does it come out? You say?
They don't know yet. I don't know. It's just a pre-order. 2020 sometime this. Planned release date 2020. It's also on Steam, available on Steam, but not available for pre-order. So I'm assuming that
timed exclusive.
Epic has the exclusive on it or whatever, because it says planned release date 2020, and this game is not yet available on Steam, but it has like trailers and everything. So yeah, I'm assuming it's a time exclusive thing or something. Interesting.
That's interesting.
It's called Humankind. Humankind.
Oh, okay. Yep, I have seen that trailer.
I think we saw it last year at E3. I don't know. We probably saw like a glimpse of it. I think we saw it last year at E3. But yeah. You speaking of this game, this Viking game, Gunny, this Northgard game reminded me of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I think you'll like it.
Yeah. So I look forward to checking that out. It's free, so why not? But that's it.
That's it. Moving on to the to the console corner. Your PlayStation Plus games. I assume you guys already spoke about when I wasn't on the call. The actual stay-at-home, encourage you to stay-at-home games.
No, we didn't talk about that yet.
Okay, the Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, and Journey are free. You do not have to be a PlayStation Plus subscriber, as far as I understand it.
Yeah, I read an article the other day saying that too, that you did not have to be a PlayStation Plus member or nothing. I shared an article with a coworker of mine. He just bought a PlayStation 4. He just now got one.
Wow.
And I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure they're giving away 2 free games right now. You could, get them. And he was asking me how he had to go about getting them, which I don't know my way around the PlayStation, setup and that stuff. So I just found an article that told you how to do it, and I just linked him and texted to him. So hopefully he figured it out.
And if you're obviously familiar with your PlayStation, you can just. I think it's funny. I even found it on the PlayStation without reading the article. I was like, "What's this? 2 more free games? Take those." Yeah, and also, as I've already stated from last week, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, and Dirt Rally 2.0. Those are your Plus games. You can claim all month long. Moving over to. Wait a minute, let me back up. I think it was at Journey. I read an article. It could have been Journey or Flower was coming to PC. And I assume that would be on the Steam store, but I'll have to double check that. I thought it was Journey that I saw the article. Anyway,
I know they said Horizon Zero Dawn is also coming to the PC soon.
There was a list of games, and I guess some of them were incorrect, and it wasn't true or something.
Like the Amazon in France or the French Amazon or something released. It was Spider-Man
Days Gone and
Days Gone and Gran Turismo and something else through Sega that was gonna come to PC. That was, they released it as a PC title and not a PlayStation title. So everybody was going, "Oh, it's coming to PC! It's coming to PC!" and they were just basically saying that it was an error.
Yeah, it was probably the same troll that put that Xbox is buying Sega. So, rumors would be.
Whoa! No, Gunny, no. So this Sega Xbox thing is real, Gunny.
Oh, is it? It's going to happen? That you know of?
Well, there's a. Yeah, there's a new reveal coming. So they said June 14th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, live on Mixer.
Ah, yes. That's when Phil normally announces his acquisitions.
Yeah. So, yeah, this came out of like a leak. So this new thing that was leaked is an image that shows Xbox Game Studios logo on the classic Sega one, and this is asking fans to tune in for an exclusive world premiere and more information from our newest creators at Xbox Game Studios. Apparently, this was planned for E3 2020 before it was canceled due to the coronavirus. So, yeah, And apparently earlier this year, Phil Spencer was in Japan, and he may have been talking to Sega.
Yes. Yeah.
So
sounds credible.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft did buy Sega, because I think that they could use Sonic as a way to like garner kids' attention. Because especially right now, Sonic is kind of back in people's minds. With the movie coming out and everything, because my kid was like, "Who's Sonic?" And my daughter, she was interested in knowing more about Sonic, because even though like she asked me, she was like, "Who's Sonic and how do you know him?" And I was like, "Fucking Sonic." I was like, "I used to play Sonic when I was like your age. I used to play Sonic on the Sega." And she's like, "What's a Sega?" I'm like, right. Sega. I'm like, Sega. I was like, it used to be like a Nintendo. And she's like, "Well," she's like, "Do you still have one?" I'm like, "Well, no." She's like, "Can you buy one?" I'm like, "Well, you can, but it's old." Like, she's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, they don't make new ones." I'm like, "They stopped making them." And she's like, "Well, why?" She's like, "Why?" She doesn't understand the concept of like companies not making new shit. You know what I mean? She's like, yeah. "Why? Like, why the fuck don't they make anymore?" And she's like, "But can you play Sonic still?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you could buy new games that come out every so often." And she's like, "Huh? So Sega's still around, but they don't make consoles." So she's trying to figure all that out. But if Xbox does buy Sega, they could use Sonic to try to get little kids, and like get their attention and get parents to like look at Xbox, because I feel like parents know what an Xbox is, but they probably associate Xbox with fucking Halo and shooters and
definitely,
like that fucking console that has
Gears
kids,
and Forza.
has kids chainsawing people in half and have them talking shit on their headsets. It's that fucking console.
you know what, Jesus? A light bulb just went off in my head.
What's up?
That doesn't happen very often. What about the kids' Game Pass?
Yeah, why not? You can have like Lucky's Tales and that motherfucker. The fucking Sonic and what other properties does Sega own? They own a bunch of shit.
I don't know if they. I know that
Virtual
they
Fighter?
do come out with. Is it Street Fighter? You've got and there's other games that they
Streets of Rage.
Yeah, they own. Bad.
I don't know if they develop other games. There's other games that I've seen with their name on it, but none that jump out at me. But I'm thinking they also. Star. That's Fantasy Star too. Yeah.
And Streets of Rage. You're right, Mayo. Virtual Fighter, Virtual Striker, Virtual Twinnis, Yakuza, which that would be big. But I think Microsoft would still publish their games on PlayStation.
I think they would. I think they'd still, because PlayStation fans would melt down if they didn't get their.
Apparently, they own the Total War franchise. They own the Persona franchise, which is big on Nintendo.
That's on.
They own Warhammer 40K. And a bunch of other shit. They got a bunch of properties, actually. I'm surprised how many they actually still have. I mean, a lot of it is shit that we haven't seen new games out of for like 20 years, but but still. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. They could like focus on kid shit, and bring more kids games to the console where, because, at the end of the day, video games are marketed more towards kids. At the end of the day, if you look at it.
Yeah, in some aspects they are. Yeah. But I think, like once now, Microsoft gets that under the belt, they can just throw all those Sonic games at the kids. And here you go.
Here, fucking kids, play Sonic. Speaking of new shit, guys.
Minecraft, Sonic.
How about
Lucky Tales?
How about you want a new headset, Mayo, with your new Cyberpunk console?
I do kind of need a headset for my Xbox downstairs.
You do need a new console with the Cyberpunk. So you go and buy the Cyberpunk console this June, Mayo. Go return that Xbox you have. That hobo-ass black console. Return that shit.
Jane.
Fucking get yourself a glow-in-the-dark paint-having Cyberpunk console. And then you go and buy some SteelSeries Arctis 1. Arctis 1. Wireless Cyberpunk Limited Edition gaming headset. That's right. This is inspired by the in-game ability to see the net overlaid on the real world. The Netrunner edition is part of the official Cyberpunk 2077 headset collection by SteelSeries Mayo. This features a lossless 2.4 gigahertz wireless for ultra-low latency wireless connectivity on the PS4, PC, and Xbox, Android, Switch. Oh, yeah. So this is pretty much
all kinds of goodies coming out for Cyberpunk.
So this new headset is branded Cyberpunk. It has like on the edge, on the caps, it has like the net. You can see like it looks kind of like wires or whatever, like yellow. And then like the microphone is yellow. And on the top it says Cyberpunk on the top of the band. It comes in a yellow box, of course. It says Cyberpunk all over it, Mayo. Yeah, you like yellow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, have you seen the inside of my computer tower? It's black and yellow.
Yeah, black and yellow.
You would just glow in the dark all over, especially if they come out with that Cyberpunk gaming chair.
Oh,
there you go.
Right?
Let's look it up. Let's look it up right now. Cyberpunk gaming chair. Cyberpunk gaming chair. There has to be one being made.
There has to be one out there. If not, there'll be one next week.
Someone on like DX Racers secured the rights to fucking.
Gosh, can you imagine? I know you're going to be watching the Twitch stream, or they're going to be playing this with the headset with chair.
Oh, wait a minute! What about a Cyberpunk branded microphone?
Jesus, let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. So when you go on the Twitch and you watch that streamer fire this game up, and they've got the headset, the gaming chair, the shirt, are you going to scream like a schoolgirl?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Cyberpunk is live, bro. You can buy yourself a jacket, Mayo. Holy shit, I found a jacket for $77.
That's all?
It's like, yeah, that's all. Look, it's on sale from $249. It's down to $77. Yeah, it's called ujackets.com. I don't even know if this website is legit or not, but who cares? $77. It looks just like the jacket the guy's wearing in the game with that big like neck thing around his neck. It looks legit. Go buy yourself a jacket, Gunny. I can see Gunny wearing this shit on the streets.
Hey, yeah. I'm going to wear some skinny jeans with this.
It says Samurai in the back of the neck. It says Cyberpunk 2077 on the shoulder pad. It looks just like the jacket in the game.
I think we're going to even see a lot of Cyberpunk face masks coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
They have different colors too, Jesus. Have you seen that? If you go through
holy
the pictures,
shit, they got different colors? Oh my god. Oh wow. They got
I only see the brown.
Customization options. Oh my. I'm gonna buy one. Let's buy a jacket. Let's all buy jackets, guys. So we wear matching jackets when we podcast. Oh yeah. Look at that shit.
Cool.
Anyone wants to buy a jacket, go to ujackets.com and search for Cyberpunk 2077 jacket. Oh, man. See, I knew I would find some cool shit if I looked it up.
Yeah, get your Cyberpunk wallpaper on the wallpaper sim. I have at least 4 on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
But that's all.
Alrighty. So back on your Xbox One, you still have Project Cars 2 for, I guess that's still showing up as a Xbox One games for gold. Another one is Knights of the Pen and Paper. I believe it's like 2 games in one, I believe, from what I saw this morning.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
And for your backwards compatibility game, Toy Box Turbo. Over on your Xbox One. This week's featured Xbox Game Pass games, pretty much the newest ones, are The Long Dark. That game I didn't much care for, but you can check that out. And
that game was dumb. The game is the one.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I think I played for like an hour and I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? My guy was dying. He needed to build a fire or something. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
It has no color, or it has one color, right?
White.
And yeah, like white and red. And yeah, I think I played an hour and I watched 2 hours of a streamer that I watch because he usually plays cool shit like Escape from Tarkov. And I wanted to gouge my eyes out watching this game. I was like, no, stop playing this fucking game. The other one is Al Bastia Chronicles. It's like a platformer. I actually played an hour and a half of this game, and it's pretty cool. So I recommend that Al Bastia Chronicles, kind of a side scroller. Check that one out. over on your Game Pass. And back to the Epic Store, you have 2 free cool games this week. First one is Just Cause 4. I finished that. That game's awesome. Check it out. And another one called Wheels of Aurelia. Wheels of Aurelia is where you embark on an immersive road trip through the gritty western coast of Italy during the roaring 1970s, playing as Leia, a bold, spunky woman. Experience the sights and she's bold and spunky. You know what she is, right?
Christ,
We know what she is. Experience the sights and sounds of a tumultuous times in Italy.
She's a whore in the 1920s Italy coast.
She's a piece of work.
Oh my God!
Go to Italy.
Why would you
check out the history? Uncover the events of Leia's stories past.
Sounds so lame.
I know. I love the writing in that.
Shit.
Oh, so I wanted to get this here. It was. Oh, you've got a free game. What was it? It is. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Here it is, guys. It's a free Steam game. I want you guys to check it out. It's mostly negative.
Oh my God!
But it's called Lost Daughter.
Mostly negative.
Lost Daughter. It's free on Steam. Can you imagine? Jesus, can you guess what Lost Daughter is about?
Guess. Let me guess.
You can just take a guess.
It's about a girl who got lost in a park, and she's your daughter.
Sawyer. He wakes up at a hospital remembering nothing, but he has a daughter, and he gets into trouble while searching for his daughter. It's a piece of shit. Go play it. Check it out on Steam, guys.
Oh my God! I'm looking at the video. I'm there. Images right now. This looks like a PS2 graphics.
Original Xbox.
And
yeah.
Every building looks empty. Like there's nothing in the buildings, and the outside looks bland. But you're looking for your lost daughter. Okay.
But I should play this. I mean, he's going after guys with like
shotguns and shit.
He's got like a rocket launcher. He's trying to kill people.
He's trying to find his daughter, dude. I mean, wouldn't you use a rocket launcher on people? I would.
He's just mowing dudes down with this frickin'.
I'm totally not gonna go to the cops and report my kid is missing. I'm just gonna run around town shooting people and fucking blowing shit up. So I find my kid. Why not?
I know. I saw this. I had to download it. I was like, I gotta play this cheesy game.
Wait. So he wakes up from the hospital and doesn't remember? Or what?
Yeah. What does it say here? It says lost his wakes up in a hospital remembering nothing, but he has a daughter. That's the only thing he does remember.
Wait. So he remembers nothing, but he remembers he has a daughter. How does he remember he has a daughter if he remembers nothing?
That's a good point.
That makes no sense. He remembers nothing, but he remembers he has a daughter. That makes no sense.
It has features. It has an open world,
a
huge map. You can use special powers by eating hamburgers, sandwiches,
of course,
drinking water, coffee, and Coke. COKE.
Well, it sounds like an American game, right, Mayo? Like
America. I think somebody put that in there.
Eat burgers, sniff cocaine, and drink soda. And we're going to be able to fucking find our kid. Yeah.
It says realistic car controls. Many guns. That's actually like a bullet point. Many guns. Many.
Many guns.
Many guns. Many guns.
Yeah, many guns. Okay.
Not many.
To tell the story. And you can stalk any character. Stalk them. Stalk them.
Anyone? Just
anyone.
Just anyone.
Okay, I'm just reading the first review here. It's basically mobile trash full of broken mechanics. You will feel scammed, even when it's free.
Sounds great.
I want to download this. I want to play it.
I know. I thought, okay, this is just.
It looks so dumb. Reviews. It looks like I'm looking at screenshots. Like it looks like Grand Theft Auto, but like a Hobo version or something. You know, like,
yeah, like remember that back when they released it for PC. That's what it looks like.
Like it looks bad, but like I still want to play this.
I want to go in, eat hamburgers, and stalk characters. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this, man. I'm playing this. Fuck this shit.
I look forward to it.
In the meantime, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the HGP question of the week. Mayo, what is our question of the week that we have for
Oh, our question from the week was name up the top 5 video game characters on your apocalypse team. So if you're going through an apocalypse, who's your top 5 video game characters that you're going to have with you?
Oh boy. I don't think I have my 5. Oh, but I will go through it, I think, as we go through each person's answers here. But the first one comes from Normie 477. Hi, Normie.
Oh yeah.
And she says Lara Croft, Pikachu, Mario, Mrs. Pac-Man, and Dom from Gears.
I wonder why Miss Pac-Man. I wonder what Miss Pac-Man's going to help you do.
She's going to eat him. Chomp. That's what she does. I think that's what she can do. Laura's going to shoot him. Pikachu's going to throw down some sort of element on people. And Dom is he's going to chainsaw him. Yeah.
Our community member over here, Nipron, he's thinking ahead here. He's thinking Goku for his bodyguard. He's thinking Tifa to make babies with. He's thinking Solid Snake to steal food from other people. And I don't know if this one counts or not. He says all of the dead or alive volleyball girls. And then Yoshi.
Yeah, I like it. That's good. That's a good team. It's a good variety.
Yeah. He thought it out well, I guess.
Better Holic says, again with the Lara Croft, Jill Valentine, Triss, Yennefer, Miranda Lawson. Can you see where I'm going with this? We see where you're going with that. Better Holic. Because I saw his and I thought, oh, definitely Yennefer and Miranda.
Fuck yeah, Lara Croft. I want a hot chick that can shoot guns and survive in the wilderness.
I think Lara
Jill
Croft is the common
Valentine.
answer in here.
I mean, Jill Valentine, she kills zombies and shit. She's cool. She's pretty smart. I mean, Triss, of course I'm going to have Triss on my team. You know, she's hot as fuck. Yennefer, I mean, have you guys seen The Witcher? You see what she could do? She's a fucking...
The Witcher 3?
She's got power, motherfucker. I want her on my team. And Miranda, I mean, of course, Miranda, you know, Miranda's got the connections.
From the backside. Yes. And I'm just having like Mass Effect team moments here. Like,
okay, calm down. Settle down, Gunny. Settle down.
Man, that's probably it's definitely in my top 5. That Mass Effect 2. Ooh.
We got Altered Confusion over here. He says Solid Snake, Duke Nukem, Lara Croft, and Elizabeth, aka Anna DeWitt, and Faith Connors.
Elizabeth, is that Elizabeth from she's from that fucking fuck, I just forgot the name of it. Fuck.
I wasn't sure.
BioShock.
Ah, yes, okay. Yep.
Yeah. She's the girl from BioShock Infinite.
Do it. Yep.
Elizabeth, the girl that she's pretty much a companion the whole game, and that game was so good.
It is. I finished that game.
The game was confusing as shit at the end. You're like, what the fuck's going on? Whoa, mind blown. But it was so fun to play. And then I bought the season pass, Gunny, right? And then guess what happened? The new Xbox came out, and then I sold my 360, and I never played the DLC.
I never played the DLC either.
And I had paid for it too. I had like pre-ordered it and everything, and like paid for the season pass, and never even touched it. Never touched it.
And just a side note, I believe you had did you have the voice actor on HGP from that game?
Oh, yeah, one of the dudes, right? We talked to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I was on the show or that week or at the time, or this might have been pre-me. But yeah, I forgot his name, but he was one of the voice actors in that.
Yeah, I remember that. Did he play the bad guy, the bad old guy or something like that?
Yes. I forgot his name on there.
Yeah. Comstock was his name in the game.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. The old Comstock.
Comstock. Mm-hmm.
That game was
was nuts. Did you ever play that game, Mayo?
No, I did not actually.
Bioshock Infinite is really good. It's about like this city floating in the sky. You end up there somehow because you fucking something happens. You know, the lighthouse, and all the lighthouses. They're all connected, Mayo. All the lighthouses, and there's a big bird, and there's Comstock.
And there's people praying, and there's people being baptized, and you're like, what is going on in this game?
What the fuck?
And you're on these rails. You could take this hook and be on rails and shoot people.
Mayo's like, okay, whatever, guys.
sounds
pretty fucking stupid. Yeah, it's fun times. Anyways, Brian Tobe Jr. says, Pathfinder Jesus. I so wanted to meet him with how badass Jesus makes him sound. I'm going to want on Luigi because I'm going to want a good plumber, and Mario has a big head. Lego astronaut as he can make a spaceship, and Lara Croft because I need someone to keep me safe and repopulate the world with, and the Dead Cells guy because he never dies, and so it's always good to have a sacrificial lamb when trying things out. That's true.
Yeah. That's a good team.
You have Dead Cells guy, you just send them in. All right, Dead Cell guy, you're up for this shit. See if you die.
Go die.
Go die real quick and tell us how it worked out for you. Oh, man. That's true. It's true. Freaking Dead Cells guy.
Michael Parlato says, I'm going Dan from Street Fighter, a green slime, Claptrap, Tom Nook, and GLaDOS in potato form.
Go around and find out.
Go around and find out. I like it. Yeah, GLaDOS. I take GLaDOS in there in potato form.
What the fuck?
You can't do shit anyway, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Josh Boyd, he says Kratos,
son.
or Kratos. Sorry, I know pronounced it wrong.
Boy.
Slayer from Doom, Jill Valentine, Lara Croft, and Mercy from Overwatch. And he says, come around my camp and get wrecked. And he says, and we can heal our own damages and resurrect our dead. He's like, get on his level.
Yeah.
That's true, right? That's true.
Oh.
You will get wrecked if you go to his camp. I mean, yeah, fucking, yeah. I mean, fucking resurrect from the dead. Kyle Wilkie says, Jill Valentine again. Why is Jill Valentine so popular all of a sudden? I wonder why.
And the next one.
Lara Croft. Oh, shit. Agent 47. Oh, that's badass. Motherfucking Hitman on your team. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's a badass Hitman, too. The medic from TF2 and a T-800 from Mortal Kombat 11. He wants a fucking Terminator on his team.
Man,
fuck yeah.
another camp I'm not visiting.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck around in that camp. Have a fucking robot watching your back. You could just sleep all day. That thing will watch your back no matter what.
Jeez. Jason Sam says, I think number 1 is Kratos, then Raiden, some Alloy, Nathan Drake, and why not add Cal Kestis, Jedi, for a backup?
So you have a Jedi on your team. You have Nathan Drake, which is a treasure hunter guy. Alloy, I guess she'll be cool to have on your team. Raiden, fuck yeah, some lightning motherfucker, yeah. And Kratos, cool. God of War, all right.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Rittner says, lots of good options here. I'll add, it might be a good idea to take Corvo Atano from Dishonored.
Yeah. He can blink.
Corvo. Yeah, he could do a lot of he has like power, doesn't he? Like magical shit almost.
Yeah. I like the blink feature.
He could blink. Like the main. Can he turn into like rats or something, or mice or some shit? You could like take over.
I think you could possess the mind of a rat is what you could do.
Is that what you could do? Like,
yeah.
But can you like turn into one and then like sneak into places like through pipes or some shit? I thought that's how you.
Is that what it is? I wasn't sure if you possessed it to actually.
I thought you possessed
then
it
do something else, or if you have to become one.
I thought you became one, like could sneak around and like get around like guards through pipes and shit.
Sean Fuller would know. He's played through those games. I
played through the first one. I never beat the second one. I got to that cool level with the mansion that changes rooms and shit, but I never beat that game.
Yeah, the Hall of Stairs or whatever. I never made it that far. I didn't make it to the stairs part.
Yeah. All right. So, what's the question of the week?
Do we have one, Mayo? Do we have one?
Well, we have a couple options. Gunny, do you want me to use the one I just highlighted on their notes?
Yes. Let's go with that one.
All right. So our question for the community this week is going to be, what's the best weapon that you've ever used in a game?
The out there. Let's put that in there.
From Grand Theft Auto.
Man, that's
there are some really good guns though in Borderlands 3 though.
Oh yeah. What about the axe that Kratos has and he throws around, motherfucker? Huh?
Right?
How about that?
Options. A lot of options.
Yeah, what about Lara Croft's
Call of Duty
crossbow? Or what about the Call of Duty guns? All those guns.
All of them.
All those gold guns.
All those gold guns. Yeah, the FAL is my favorite gun ever. What else? There's a lot of guns. Different guns you can play with. And not just guns.
The hand cannon from Destiny 2. Is that what it's called?
That thing was dope. Remember that big ass pistol thing you spawn? Boom, fucking shoot people with that thing. Fuck yeah. Or what about Mordhau, Gunny? What about a sword? Huh?
Yeah. I'm thinking of the bigger bomb. Let's see. Anyway, we'll let the community decide. You guys give us your answers.
Give us your answers. All of the answers. And let's go play some Jackbox tonight, boys. Let's do a post. Why not?
Yep, I'm going to make a post here in a couple minutes. I actually have recruited a couple people already, so we almost have a full group.
Already? Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
We just got to figure out the time. It's like we're going to grab some News Machine and Johnny Don't, and some Pinpoint, and Normie, the way it sounds. We just have to get them all.
We got 3 people, so we just need
6.
time. Ask them, well, you pick the time. I'm free all day, dude.
Okay. We will work out a time here in just a little bit, and we'll put it in the Discord.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you can join us next week for another Horrible Gamers podcast, but you can find me on Steam and everything else. It's Jesus Walkslot on the Nintendo Switch. Add me. My Switch out real quick.
While he's looking for that, add me on the Xbox. And on Steam.
No, don't add him, guys. All right. My Switch code is 021095083624. Add me on the Nintendo Switch, people. Just go add me. I'm the Jesus.
Get in that Animal Crossing, steal all his pears. Because he hates them.
Fuck those pears. Take all the trees out of the fucking island. I wonder if you could do that to somebody. Go into their island and just steal all their trees and take them. Like, fuck you, I take all your trees.
We remove all your trees.
I took all your trees, motherfucker. Oh, yeah.
Let's go green here, Jesus. Add more trees.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, go ahead, Mayo.
All right, you're going to find me on Discord as the Mayo, and you're going to find me on the Xbox as the Mayo 1. And then on Origin and all that stuff, I'm just the Mayo 1. With that being said...
Hey, hold on a minute. I didn't say where to add me yet.
I know.
The gamer tag is Gunny Chief. Add me on there, damn it. On the Xbox. HGP Space Gunny on the PlayStation.
All right.
Now we're done.
With that being said, peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Make sure to stay safe out there. Don't go protesting if you're not willing to get sick.
Still. Stay home and protest.
I understand if you want to protest, but at the same time, think of your future, your health. I mean, just think about that. Stay safe.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask like I do at work now. Dude, masks suck at work, Mayo, so much. Oh. Anyways, peace out, Brussels sprouts. See you next week. Goodbye.